Hello everybody, my name is Chris, and today we're checking out Solasta 2 in early access. We followed this game for quite a bit, have not looked into virtually anything though. Just waiting for one day until it was revealed at the Game Awards last year that this would be hitting early access this year, and patiently waiting, along with a lot of you. Here we are, finally, the release of early access. So, prefacing this game is incredibly work in progress. Nothing here is final. Everything is subject to change. I know it's like obviously early access, but understand, for those who maybe don't know, literally so much of this is still being worked on, right? So they have a whole roadmap on their Steam page of what they plan on doing. They've already received a ton of feedback, so we're gonna try to see what we can see. We're gonna poke around where we can, and there's probably gonna be crashes. There's probably gonna be freezes. There's gonna be a lot of things that are kind of janky, but that's part of the early access experience. And all feedback, according to them, is welcome. So we're gonna go and we're gonna check it out. I've already figured out some of the performance, so hopefully we'll be all right. Hopefully we'll be okay. But if you want to check it out for yourself, I will link the game to the Steam the link to the Steam page is in the description, and let's give it a go. New adventure. Get a recommended difficulty. What statement fits you best? I'm familiar with Solasta 1 or the 5th edition rule set, or I enjoy tactical challenges. I know the basics, but prefer a slightly more forgiving experience. I'm new, or I want a smooth introduction. Sorry, my fan started making a lot of noises, so hopefully you can't hear it anymore. But the thing is, this is based off of the system reference document 5.2 from Wizards of the Coast, which is the essentially the current open game rule set that you can use anywhere, right? And the best way to describe it, like, you can find it online. It's free to use, and it's in Creative Commons, so it literally can be redistributed. It can be used, changed, altered, commercially, privately, in any case. All you have to do is give proper credit, and there's just like a copy and paste block of credit. So essentially, this is literally built off of 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, right? So that's pretty cool, which means it's even closer to 5th edition than Baldur's Gate probably is, right? And we've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 for quite a while, but this is probably a lot tighter to the actual 5th edition rule set. Now, I'm obviously very familiar with it, but I want to see how they do it. If you don't know, if you know nothing, how do they walk you into it? Curious. Explorer mode. This is mode offers a slightly more forgiving challenge than the authentic one, while preserving the core experience. And then if you know a little bit, right, it's still Explorer mode. And then here we go. If you're familiar, authentic mode. This mode applies rules as written settings for the game. It is designed to offer challenge for players comfortable with Solasta's systems. That's very interesting. That's pretty cool. So it's essentially a difficulty, right? This difficulty there it is. This difficulty will be pre-selected on the campaign screen setup. You can change it anytime or in the settings. So you're new, you want a smooth introduction. So essentially it kind of makes it a little bit easier. Okay, so I do wonder how the tutorials are going to work then, if you don't know, or if it's going to be the same. Because I've not played Solasta 1. I own Solasta 1. I'm pronouncing it Solasta or Solasta. I don't know the actual pronunciation. We're gonna go with the full authentic mode. We're gonna go the way they want us to experience it, right? Mock of Marike. Right, follow the fate of the Caldwell family across the continent of Neokos. Starting level 1. Difficulty authentic mode. Okay, create your party. Here we go. The Caldwell family. Okay, so we got 4 slots. Oh, that's just that. Okay. And so there will eventually be multiplayer in early access. I think it's planned for their first update, their first big update. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun to do. Probably try to check that out with some other people. So quick create a character, select class, ancestry, and background, step-by-step character creation for experienced players, or select a pre-made character from the Solasta 2 archive. We go to advanced character creation. We poke around, we see what we can see. Okay, class, ancestry, background, abilities, proficiencies, and spells. Okay, so for this we have access, as of now, they're gonna expand this, they said, in the future. So for right now we have Cleric, Fighter, Paladin, Rogue, Sorcerer, and Wizard. Now, I am partial to create a Sorcerer, but I feel like we should mix it up a little bit. Alright, we should try some different things. Because Clerics are cool, Fighters are versatile. But let's read. Clerics serve a deity, granting them miraculous powers through their divine spells and other powerful manifestations. They also stand their ground in combat, wear armor, and bear arms. Can also provide healing. Fighter. Fighters are trained in the art of combat and hone their physical abilities to become soldiers, knights, champions, and are even gladiators. They're adept with most weapons, but often choose to specialize and become even more efficient in battle. Fighters can use all kinds of armor, weapons, armor, shields, and ranged weapons, and regular weapons. Paladins are elite warriors who have sworn unbreakable holy oaths to fight evil. In addition to their weapons and armor, they wield divine powers and clerical spells. Rogue. Rogues use their natural talents to master various skills and find their own way to thrive. Versatile above all, they know how to find weaknesses and opportunities to take the upper hand in most situations. They are known for their cunning and deadly sneak attacks. Sorcerer. Sorcerers have an innate ability to channel arcane magic, usually through a supernatural origin, either a natural phenomenon, powerful ancestor, or blessing from a powerful creature. Sorcerers can also alter their spells using sorcery points, making them versatile spellcasters. Wizard. Wizards spend their lives studying magic, learning arcane spells that they write in their spell books, and unleash in battle or used to solve various problems in many situations. Their magic and intelligence makes them dangerous foes. Now, what do we do? Right, because obviously, like, the spellcasters are always a fun one. Right, Paladin. Rogues are neat. I'm thinking between rogue and wizard. Right, don't play a lot of rogue. Don't get to play a lot of rogues. So we're getting skill choice, athletics, deception, insight, intimidation, investigation, perception, persuasion, sleight of hand, stealth. Choose one of these. Next intelligence, thieves, tools, light armor, martial weapons, finesse or light, simple weapons. So you can see, if you're familiar with 5th edition, there's so much of this that's going to be like 1-to-1. Tropos, short sword, a dagger, we get a lantern, potion of healing, 10 gold pieces, a food ration, dried meat, bread, and fruit. Delicious. And thieves' tools. We have 3 of them, so they are broken upon use, or used up on use. Okay, so rogue or wizard. I'm tempted to do wizard just to check out how the spells work in early access. We're gonna create more characters. What are we doing? It's just the first character we make. Let's make a wizard. Whoa. Wait, hold on, wait a minute. I wasn't ready. Okay, ancestry. Here we go. Dwarf, elf, halfling, and human. Okay, so dwarves, one of the ancient dwellers of Solasta. Dwarves are naturally skilled miners and craftsmen. Blocky and sturdy, they're fierce warriors and keepers of their ancestral culture and traditions. Elves. Elves are some of the most ancient dwellers of Solasta and used to rule a powerful empire before the Cataclysm. They are naturally gifted with magic, agile, and fast. They have innate resistances and keen senses. Halfling. The original halflings evolved in the marshes of the northeast part of Solasta. Before spreading south, following the river and reaching the sea, they are short and nimble and known for their bravery, despite their size. And humans. Originally born in Tirmar and brought to Solasta before the Cataclysm, humans have adapted to their new world thanks to their unique talents, able to live anywhere and take any job. They are versatile above all else. Okay, cool. So there's like origins and everything to where they all come from, which is cool because again, to emphasize, not played the first game yet, but I'll see if I can pick it up as we go along this. So I think we should do, I mean, like, what would be, but obviously a human, maybe. But also elves could be interesting. Ooh, elven lineage. So we got high elves, and we got sylvan elves. Neat. As part of a lineage that grants you supernatural abilities, you gain level 1. The level 1 benefit of that lineage. You gain new spells at character levels 3 and 5, which you can also cast once per long rest. You can cast the spell using any spell slots you have of the appropriate level. Okay, so we don't get the like breakdowns, but so high elves we learn Firebolt cantrip. Then at level 3 we learn Longstrider, and 5 we get Misty Step. And as a Sylvan elf, our speed increases to 35, and we know Venomous Spike cantrip. And then level 3 we learn Expeditious Retreat, and then level 3 we learn Expeditious Retreat, and level 5 we learn the level 2 version of Protection from Poison. Oh yeah, we got the versatile trait for these guys, so we do Magic Initiate Cleric, get an Origin Feat. Right, so we gain two cantrips of your choice from the Cleric spell list. And then Magic Initiate Wizard, you earn 2 cantrips of your choice from the Wizard spell list. And then Quick Feat, right? Speed increases by 5. Opportunity attacks have disadvantage against you. Ready for War. You gain, I guess that's just the symbol for proficiency? You gain proficiency with light armor, shields, and martial weapons. And then Robust. Let's see. HP max increases, and natural healing. Whenever you use a hit die to gain HP, you roll twice. Keep the higher result. Cool. If you become stable. If you become stable while unconscious at 0 HP, you immediately gain 1 HP. And then Savage Attacker, you train to deal particularly damaging strikes once per turn. When you roll hit a target with a weapon, you roll the weapon's damage die twice and use the best roll. And then Skilled, you gain proficiency in any combination of 3 skills or tools of your choice. And then Vigilant, you gain proficiency in Perception. If you're already proficient, you gain Expertise in Perception instead. Cool, we got Expertise. Being surprised doesn't impose disadvantage on your initiative roll. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I still think we're gonna poke around with Elf. I think that's a little bit different. Interesting. We're gonna be a high elf. We're gonna be a high elf. It's gonna be high as fuck. Here we go. Background. We'll mess with the appearance too. Don't worry. So background wise, academic. Your parents were soldiers of the Kingdom of Galavan, and they were killed during the last war. Oh no. Lord Colwell brought you back from the front line to his wife's orphanage, telling you about your origins when you grew up. You dreamed of visiting the homeland of your ancestors, and finally you went there, where you then joined the Tower of Knowledge and participated in the renaissance of the institution. That's cool. Okay, there's a lot of these. Acolyte, aristocrat, artist, ascetic, lawkeeper, that's neat. Lowlife, occultist, philosopher, sellsword, spy, wanderer. Occultist could be fun. During your time at the orphanage, you were always attracted to hidden and forbidden knowledge. Where others follow well-trodden academic paths, you strike out into the intellectual unknown, which is as surprising and as dangerous as any literal wilderness. Sorry, my neighbor decided to start leaf blowing. God damn it. Right. Okay, so occultist seems like it'd be kind of cool, like kind of different, right? During your time at the orphanage, you were always attracted to hidden and forbidden knowledge. Where others follow well-trodden academic paths, you strike out into the intellectual unknown, which is as surprising and as dangerous as any literal wilderness. You have to pursue your obsessive interests, and found a master of the occult, of a kind you had never heard of before, who told you about many secrets of the power of the stars and the magic under the earth. I think we're gonna roll with this one, right? Because we'll have time to poke around with this a lot more as well. Let's see. So we get a piece of paper, something you scribbled in your notebook in haste. A private letter. Ooh, and we get a wand. Spell focus, universal. Oh, cool. So we're actually doing spell focuses. That's interesting. That's interesting. Because for a lot of spell casting, if not all of it, you need your spell focus. So if you don't have it, like there's a point where you get all your equipment taken away, or maybe it gets pickpocketed or stolen, or something happens to it, or you sell it by accident. Does that just disable our spell casting? Because I'd be curious. Right? A simple wooden wand, spellcasters can use such an item as spellcasting focus, using it in place of any material component that does not list a cost. Neat. Okay. Abilities. Right, because we're sticking with the occultist background. Ability wise, okay, we're in the skills now. Okay, so before we get all to that, let's look at what we can do appearance wise. Okay, 2 body shapes. Go here. Head preset. Can I zoom in? There we go. Okay. Like we're obviously gonna have to tweak a lot of these. Because it seems like the shape blending. Oh, I'm not good at shape blending. Let's see, what can we work with? Right, what can we let's see what we could do. Whoa, that is drastically different. Go to the extremes. Go right in the middle. Okay, we could go something like that. Okay. Confirm. Okay, that's okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay, skin preset. Okay, let's do that. That's okay, so we could just mess with the preset, or we can get real specific with it. Like everything else. We'll do this. Saturation brightness multiplier. Saturation brightness. Oh my god. That's honestly, I'm glad it's even in here. You made some wild stuff with that. Damn. Oh, this is good. This is gonna get interesting. How cool. How cool. Okay. It does feel... We'll see. We'll see by the end of this. It obviously early access again, right? It's a little limited, but we knew this. Eye color preset. No, we need a good purple. Saturation. We do a little up there. There we go. A little bit different. Ooh, the size. Okay. I think that works. There we go. We could do wrinkles. We do wrinkles. Let's see, freckles. I know we can do a little bit. It's fun, maybe a little bit different. Scar shape. We got over the eye scar. What kind of scars do we have? What options? Where is that? Where'd it go? Is it here? Oh, it's literally this tiny little... It was hard to see. That way we get that one. This one. we're gonna go with this one. This is kind of cool. How deep can we go? A mirror? On both eyes. Scar rotation, scar size. Whoa. Straight from the forehead. Okay, what if we do something like that? Scar color. It's part of our occult background, right? This was part of the initiation process. Art. Face art. Ooh, how cool. Okay. Here we go. So we go through the presets. Little knife with some blood. Skull. Okay. Ooh. A little bit of swirl. That's kind of neat. That's kind of cool. Okay, so let's go through each one now. Right, we got that. That's okay, that's actually kind of that might be a good one. Are they... Oh, it's mirrored. Let's turn off the mirror. Okay, because that messed with a couple of our designs. Okay, just so we can kind of see it a little bit more. Got that one. This. The knife. Okay, so oh wow, okay, so there's we just kind of mess with all these. I do like this one. I think this one's kind of neat. However, I think we gotta kind of tweak it a little bit. Do a little bit of tweaking. Smidge bigger. Okay. All right. I think we should do like a good color, but nothing too wild. Okay, so all the audio shut off for me for some reason. I don't think it was the game, I think it was my stuff, but still. Quite the... We're gonna get in there, we're fighting for it. So, I do like kind of having the one scar, and then the other side. I like this art. I think it looks neat, especially being on the nose. And right here, kind of like around the eye. I think it's kind of cool. Now, we pick the color. We're kind of just rolling with it right now. Apply as a tattoo. Oh, that's neat. It actually... I mean, obviously you'd be like, oh, it just changes it to the color black. But... I think that's kind of... neat. Oh, that gets rid of some of, like, the shine. Together, it's very shiny. It's more matte. Kind of somewhere in the middle, like it's got a sheen to it, but it doesn't look like it's wet. Okay, now we're going to hair. Hair. Not objecting to the hair at the moment. We gotta go check out everything. So we got the bald, the dome. So we should zoom out to see it all. Neat. Got that one. More bangs with a ponytail. The double braid. The high. Nice. Save it a little shorter. Okay. This is the one that we had. Long and fancy. Alright, cool. Got this one. We've seen it. We've seen it before. Alright, 2021 so far. Maybe we got these. The curls. Got the high of dreads. The long and smooth. That's kind of cool. That's kind of nice. Neat. And then high and twisted. Okay. Well, so okay, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Right, because like I like this one's it looks neat. I definitely feel like this would be more of a monk thing that I can imagine, especially seeing with the staff. So what do we do? I think what fits? Because we also got beards. We have to take into account the beards. Right? Like a subtle mustache. Less subtle. Volume. Beard. Beard, no mustache. Mustache and the strip. A goatee. Just the sides. All right, a classic. A little bit more in the middle. Beard, no mustache. A little done up. Nice full in. Full in little braid. Okay, all right. Okay, let's see. I do think... It's hard for me to settle on one. Okay, hold on. I have an idea. Okay, I did a few changes. I think embrace this. This looks way better. Big fan of the hairstyle. That's kind of what changed my vision. Okay, eyebrows. I think we can leave the eyebrows the way they are. Looks good. Hair and eyebrow color. Oh boy. Root and tips. Okay, so what if we do like a root? More like a brunette. Like a brown. Brown on the roots. And the tips. Okay, and then we can change how much of the tip or the root coverage there is. Oh, so we dial this down. It's just like mostly purple. If we go all the way up, it goes mostly for just the tips. Okay, so what if we kind of meet in the middle a little bit, just a little bit. Highlights, eyebrow color. I think we'll keep the eyebrow color the same as our roots. Okay. Makeup wise. Okay, makeup presets. Right. Okay. I don't know much about makeup. And... Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a second. This could be something. It feels so dramatic, but it looks kind of cool. Okay, we got blush, highlighter, lipstick. I think we'll keep without it. Are we happy with this? I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll have to see it in action. First name, last name. Okay, so we are essentially playing the whole family member. Sinria. Yeah, why not? I think that's a nice name. Personality. Oh. Interesting. So a character's personality determines their speech style and tone, as well as the types of answers they will propose during interactive discussions with NPCs. Really? That's actually really... I gotta wonder how far they could take it, right? Because that seems awesome. The fact that the personality changes your speech style and tone, and the types of answers. I love that they take that into account. It's not just an idea. Caregiver is enthusiastic, optimistic, lighthearted, and helpful. The everyman is a team player, friendly and somewhat bland. Hero, exalted, passionate, eager, sometimes too much. Innocent, cautious, discreet, soft-spoken, and conflict avoidant. The jester, cynical, provocative, and sneaky, making fun even when it's inappropriate. We can appreciate a jester. The outlaw, nonconformist, ambitious, somewhat greedy, and even aggressive. The ruler, pragmatic, short-spoken, even seemingly a bit cold. And the sage, curious, even nosy, talkative, and curious about everything. How cool. Okay, so what do we see? Right, sage definitely seems right. The curiosity, nosy, bit of a yapper. Right? Reminds me of an old friend. All right. There's multiple voices.
That might be so, but we still haven't worked out what we're supposed to be doing yet.
Those animations. Feel it.
You must need help with something.
This is the place. I remember being here.
Hello. Nice to meet you. Thought I heard movement, maybe saw something, but I wasn't sure.
Okay, I feel like that fits. I feel like that works. All right, great. We got our wizard. All right, ability-wise. Right, select your base ability scores. Higher values require more points to spend. If we do auto, how does that look? That's cool. I do like the idea of keeping strength a little bit negative, just so not everything's just kind of good. Some drawbacks are always fun. I'm not gonna get too caught up on this right now. Alright, select ability scores to increase them up to their maximum value, usually 20. You can assign a maximum of 2 points to each ability. So we got 3. Right. We're not very charismatic. And then select skill proficiencies. We get 2. Okay, so we already have medicine. So we would want Arcana. And then probably history. I feel like that would fit with our occultist styles. Like skill proficiencies. So we get insight, perception, or survival. We're not great with wisdom. So I like to think... maybe insight. Oh, languages. Here we go. Okay, cool. We get 2. We get 2 languages. So imagine Common's already a given. So we know Elvish. And Dwarvish, Orca, Gnomish, Giant Goblin, Halfling. Draconic. Even if it might never really come up, I think it's cool that we can actually select those. So I wonder, if we come up against somebody, if we come up against, like, let's say an orc, speaks orc, we don't understand orc. If our character is talking, do we not have any idea what they're saying? Because that'd be kind of cool. I can see how that would get confusing and kind of get, probably for some people, very frustrating. Gosh, and I talked to this wrong person. I talked as the wrong person. Now I don't know what they're saying, and I can't restart the conversation. Okay, so we get 3 cantrips. Acid Splash, Poison Spray, Ray of Frost, Annoying Bees, Chill Touch, Shadow Armor, Shadow Dagger, Dazzle, Fire Bolt, Shocking Grasp, Light, and True Strike. Ah, True Strike, indeed. It's back. Oh. That's cool though. Right, attack with your spell's casting weapon, using your spellcasting ability for attack and damage rolls. On a hit, deals the damage type of your choice, radiant or the weapon's type. Okay, so we're gonna go Ray of Frost, Chill Touch, Shocking Grasp, and then spells. So we get 6 spells. I like that we actually get to break all these down right now. So Burning Hands, beautiful. False Life, Mage Armor, Magic Missile, Feather Fall, Charm Person, Chromatic Orb, Hideous Laughter. Hideous Laughter, not Tasha's. Not Tasha's, that's trademark. Just regular Hideous Laughter. Protection from Evil and Good, Ray of Sickness, Ice Knife, Color Spray, Comprehend Languages, Identify, Shield, Expeditious Retreat, Long Strider, Sleep, Thunder Wave. Okay. Okay, so we get 6. So, Mage Armor. Maybe Burning Hands. Magic Missile's always a great one. Definitely Thunder Wave. I'm a fan. Chromatic Orb, maybe Charm Person, Feather Fall. Identify reveals the magical properties of all questioned unidentified items carried by the party. That's an interesting one. So there's going to be unidentified items. Ritual spells can be cast without spending a spell slot if the spell is in the spell book or is prepared. Expeditious Retreat, Long Strider. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm gonna get Identify because I want to see if we find any, because that could be pretty useful. And then Shield. Right, because as a reaction, we could basically bump our AC by 5. And also grants you immunity to Magic Missile. And then here we go. So select cantrips you can cast at will. This is from our High Elf feature. So we get another one. Shadow Dagger, Dazzle, Firebolt. Maybe Poison Spray. Annoying Bees. I think... Let's do... I don't know, I'm trying not to overthink this, but... Shadow Dagger. Well, no. If we're range, we're probably going to have people that are up more close range, so let's do Poison Spray. Oh, cantrips can be cast at will. Magic Initiate, Wizard Feat. We'll do Firebolt. We get another spell, so let's see, Ice Knife. Featherfall or Burning Hands? Featherfall. Oh, we got 2. Sorry, I didn't even see that it said 2. I want to see how True Strike is. Okay. Look at us. Look at us go. Save. Okay. Wait, I have to create everybody? I have to create the whole party? Oh, that's cool, actually. That's actually really neat. Because that makes me wonder, one, then we don't really gain anybody do we gain people as we go through? That's a good question. And if we don't, this is our crew. This is the family. The family. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, then I'm gonna want to do these manually then. Okay, hold on. Don't worry, you're not gonna sit through this one. I'm gonna just cut over to it. But I have an idea. Okay, so did my best. Very, very, very first impression. A lot of work to be done in the character creator. It is both. It both feels very limited, and obviously, for early access. That's why I'm not trying to give it any too much shit at all, really, for any of this. But it was tricky. It was tricky, especially like the face shapes. It was very, very tricky. But I feel like I did pretty well, right? We got Galen, we got Knives, the rogue halfling, we got Feralden, the paladin dwarf, and we got Gullivar, the fighter human. Right? I feel like skill set pretty diverse, so we're going to be able to see probably a good number of things that they got going on in here. Plus, what a group. What a group. The Colwall family. Bunch of misfits. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Also, there was that spell effect that was going around the characters in the creation was giving me a headache. Try to do the other ones because it kept non-stop the whole time. So we're on the southern coast of Farendrag. This looks nice. That's us. Look at us go. Typical family.
What are they doing? They're moving the statue to the city. They do it every year for the Holy Day of Caladar.
The Holy Day of Caladar.
Is this something to do with Maraike? I told you to pay attention during religious studies.
It is indeed the Redeeming Mother, cleansing the condemned before their execution. Even those who fail to redeem themselves in life are forgiven in death. An uncommon representation of our goddess, but fitting for this day of funerals.
About that, we're running a bit late.
Oh yes, I thought I remembered your faces.
We're from the orphanage.
Yes, of course. You're the children Mother Colwell adopted. You must be going to her funeral. Bless her memory. Mahin was a truly righteous woman.
Thank you, Father. Blessed day of Caladar to you.
Maraike smile upon you all, Colwells.
Well, if it isn't good old Landry. Couldn't mistake that mop of red hair for anyone else.
The Colwell Legacy. New faction revealed. Alright. The funeral. So our adopted parent is no longer with us. And so we're going to the funeral. Okay, so there's a lot going on in the UI. So we are here. I have to move myself. One moment. Okay. Okay, hopefully that doesn't get in the way of anything. I will move again. We got Knives Colwall. Rogue level 1. So our health is here. Cast light. Inventory. Log. Uses to keep the party grouped or split up. Neat that we could do that. Uses control. Move the active character. Point to the ground. Or direct control. does that mean? It's like click and drag. Okay. And what does this mean? Direct control. Ooh, okay, I was just... WASD. Okay, cool, so you could actually... Oh, that's neat. How fun. How different. I'm gonna try that. We're gonna try some WASD movement. I think that could be neat. And then down here, swap weapon, swap wield configuration. Okay, it's a free action. Got our short bow. Use device. Let's see, select a magical item function to activate. Ah, and this is our lantern. Our push, okay. And then cautious mode. Hide from other creatures and become invisible, stealthier, and more aware of hidden objects and creatures. Got a map. It's upside down. North is supposed to be the other way. Oh, okay, so that's zoom and such. So what is this? Inventory, local map, short rest, quest log. What does tab do? Ooh, okay. New story, party leader. Okay, party leader. The role of the leader. In Solasta 2, you control a single character at a time and the rest of the party follows. The party's leader choice does not affect how the game plays. Oh. It doesn't just... It's just the character you control. Everyone in the party can become the leader. It doesn't change anything. During dialogues, the whole party is always involved. That's cool. That's great. Okay. That's neat. So you don't have to worry about like, oh, I was this character when I started this conversation, and now I'm not. Now I would have liked to have this character, so everybody's involved. How to switch leader. Just tab. Okay. Okay. Log. Oh, literal log of dialogue. Log and such. Neat. Okay, this is us. I'll try not to... We'll figure everything out in time. So when you fail an attack or saving throw, you can spend your heroic inspiration to reroll the die and use the... Okay, so that's what that is. Okay, we're knives. Galen. I assume this is our armor class. Okay. Map. Oop. Quest log. Quest log. Quest update on the fly with discoveries. Discoveries are bits of information that you collect as you play that shape your own unique story and help you understand what the quest requires you to do and why. Okay. Oh, that's neat. The way they break it down, like for this one, Ellie's invitation. Solve Torwin's problems. Discoveries told you about a dragon who came here every year, but this time he's causing trouble attacking people in houses. Explain the quakes have struck the area lately, though no one knows what triggered them. You found Ellie pacing at the top of a hill worrying about a friend called Jabori. Okay, so not only are you getting like, okay, this is what you're supposed to do, then there's like little things you learn that could be part of that. Ooh. Whoa. Okay. That's how we rotate. Okay. It's right click. Got it.
The Lady of Life will guide you.
I hope so. Lord knows I don't know where I'm going. Camera control. Oh. Alright, great. Just in time. Directly rotate the view. You could also use Q and E. Okay. Zoom in and out. Oh, that's... very, very zippy, very fast. Flying. Oh, examine the book. The First Goddess. Okay, how do I look at that? Can I... Is it just in my inventory? Whoa. Alright, this is interesting. Alright, inventory. Characters' inventories. Each party member has their own inventory and can carry a weight determined by their strength. Try to avoid being encumbered. Yep. Significantly slow your character. Use tabs to switch between your character's inventories. Down to the top, let's filter. Right, so we can filter gear, but also double click to equip, unequip, drag and drop to equip, or transfer. Okay, it's pretty standard. It's our leather armor. So we just picked up this, the first goddess. Language common. I like that that's actually, it seems to be, that's going to come into play. Anyone can read this document. Lexicon. Document game rule. The document may reveal lore and information about Solasta, or even about certain quests. Documents require you to know a specific language in order to read them. They do. That's cool. Alright, the first goddess. History. Little is known of the beginnings of the worship of the 5 major deities that came from Tirmar, but little debate exists around the emergence of Arun and Maraiki. Maraik? As the prime gods of humanity. Oh, okay, so it's those two. In tradition and widely held belief, Arun and Maraik are husband and wife. However, theologians, god damn it, are often dismiss this conceit. To them, the existence of gods is considered to be the result of the worship of millions of souls powering the gods into existence, not something as mundane as the human customs of marriage and family. Since the arrival of humans in Solasta, the worship of Maraiki has spread across many of the kingdoms and states of Farendraw. It is known that her church first spread from the Snow Alliance, where Tirmarian refugees led by clerics established the tenets of the current church, although some text mentions dissonant branches being established in the city of Sandreed between what is now the kingdom of Galavan and the principality of Masgarth. And it seems the schism healed by the 1st century AC. Creed. Life is a cycle. In life lies the seeds of death. In death lies the seed of rebirth. To embrace life is to accept death. Man, that's deep. Maraiki is the goddess of both life and death, a duality that confuses some at first, though it is the foundation of her worship to accept the immutable necessities of these two aspects of existence. As the goddess of life, Maraik, is it Maraik or Maraiki? I feel like they've said both. I'm gonna say Maraiki until I hear it again. Sorry. Maraiki protects the mother in childbirth and heals the sick and the wounded. She also comforts those facing their last moments, and fiercely opposes those who corrupt or desecrate the natural cycle. In that regard, Maraiki has been called benevolent by some and heartless, ruthless, and tyrannical by others, mostly her adversaries. For theologians, Maraiki is neither. Simply the natural embodiment of the natural cycle of life and death, a joyful celebrant of life and compassionate guardian of the old and sick. Holy days. The day of life supreme occurs on the spring equinox, celebrating the end of dark winter and the rebirth of nature. The day of Kalidar, also known as the Day of the Dead, takes place on the winter solstice. Funeral rites for all who have died and take place on this holy day, even those already long dead, as it is believed that this is the day when their souls travel to Maraiki's embrace. Clergy. The Order of Life Regent provides the religion's traveling healers and fighters and are considered the armed fist of the church. The Order of Oblivion are the morticians, embalmers, and soothers of pain and grief, but in battle they fight those who are at the holy cycle of life and death and make sure all undead are returned to their final rest, as Maraiki wishes. That's great. Just a good chunk of information on who she even is, who's the first goddess, what does any of that mean? A fan. because of our background, right? Knives background. We got this letter from Gromnir Stonefist. Comrade, I don't know much, but I do understand the ties that bind. I've heard you speak of the Colwell family, and I'm sure the wounds cut deep. Take your leave for as long as you need to heal that loss. The company travels with you, always. Gromnir Stonefist Company. So this is a contact of ours. And so in here we see all this stuff, spells, and everything, and what we equip. Oh, that's really smooth. Oh, cool. Nice. Right? So this is our spell book. We actually physically have a spell book and our focus. And so for Galen, something you scribbled in your notebook in haste. Have to get this down before the message fades. Come, mother dead, orphanage, old temple, attend funeral rituals, first night before day of Kaladar. A magic message from Rickard? Strong emotions, words garbled. Is he drunk? Happiest years of my life, best years, and now this? Can't be. Mahin, the nearest I've had to a mother. Dead? You better not be drunk casting again, Rick. Ooh, so wait, is that how we found out? We found out from Rickard that our mother passed away? There's a component pouch too. Fascinating. Alright, for Alden. You have the letter from Barrack Sunblaze. My dear friend, please accept this gift from all of us at the Inarium to support you on your journey. We know you've been traveling south to the coast of Ferendrog, where the risks are all too real. Rest assured that I and all your colleagues stand with you during this challenging time. Although your father, Lord Colwell, was a good friend, I sadly never had the pleasure of meeting your mother, Mahind. I hope that it brings comfort in your loss to know that word of her ministry reached far and wide, and that she is undoubtedly with Baraki now. May the flaming sword be with you, Marshal Barrack Sunblaze. That's nice. So supportive. Alright, and Gullivar. A scribbled note full of spelling errors. Heard about your dear old mum. Glad not every day is Masay's birthday. Sorry about that. This here pouch of gold is what I got from the gang, nudged to donate generous like. That orphanage of yours is... I can hear the accent. I can't. It's long ways from Siflin. In it. Of course, this is actually your split from our next blag. What has got to do with you out without yous. Oh my god. But we'll be fine, no worries. Haha, drop us a nod when you's back in town. You old mucker. What-eyed Bill. Oh, Bill. What a guy. Oh, you could hear it in the words. I'll embrace it better next time. Aether Pearl. Brings back to life with 1 HP an ally who died. No more than 1 minute ago. Okay, no more than 1 minute ago. Okay, anyway. So we checked that out. We now... How do we open our... What is the quest log button? So this is the funeral. You, the 4 adoptive children of Mahin Colwell, have gathered to attend her funeral. You're in view of the monastery where the ceremony would take place. Talk to Landry. You saw Landry, another former inhabitant of the orphanage. Oh, that's cool. Okay, cool. So we see exactly where. Oh, control modes. I guess I could have just walked forward and it would have shown. I'm over here poking around too early. Changing control modes. There are 2 control modes in Solasta 2. Indirect control, point your cursor on the ground where you want your characters to move, or direct control, control your character's movements manually. Switch between them by using Shift and V, or just the button. So control mode, click to move, direct control, WASD, or the arrow keys. I do like that you could do this. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, the Galavan War. Get a lot of lore right out the gate. The Galavan War. Oh boy. The Galavan War, also known as the Sorok War. The Galavan War began when Sorok invaders, with the help of the demons, took control of the Kingdom of Galavan and started a war against their neighbors. Their first attack was directed against the Principality of Masgarth, in revenge for the closing of the rift by envoys of the Legacy Council. The Sorak, facing the failures of their grand plan to open a magical passage from Tirmar to Solasta, used their Galavan sleeper agents to unleash chaos across the Eastern Kingdoms in hopes of gaining an advantage. The resulting war spread north of the Snow Alliance and down to south to Colthanin. Even after their defeat in the north and the revelation of the Sorak invasion, Galavan troops pushed southwards to the sea, ravaging all the lands of Hyfrin to the mouth of the river Wallafin. The ancient Manacalon port of Caer Cuplafin. I will get these words down. It was there that a military coalition of the Principality and local forces led by the Colwell family, including their clerics and paladins, put an end to the Gullivan invasion once and for all. After this heroic but costly battle, the Treaty of Hyfrin granted the Principality the region in exchange for building and garrison a number of fortresses to protect the lands of Colthanin against both Galavan and the New Empire. Right off the gate, tons of new terms that I'll pick it up. Now, I'm sure some of this stuff is completely relevant in Solasta 1, so maybe to you guys who played, this is all refreshing. Maybe this is something that's happened before, or that you witnessed, right? But a lot of new lore. To me, it's cool. Big fan of lore. Big fan of lore. It's over here. Okay, nothing. I cannot jump. Confirmed. Alright, Landry.
Ha! Landry, is that really you?
The one and only. It's been a long time.
Must be 10 years at least. It's so good to see you. I wish it would have been in different circumstances.
Same here. I'm so sorry for your loss, by the way.
Walk with us. We can speak about the good old days.
I'd love to, but look. The war. Galavan troops, it damaged it, remember? Well, it fell off a couple of years ago.
I didn't know. Haven't been back since I left the orphanage.
None of us have.
We'll never get there on time if we circle around. Especially with that storm coming.
I see.
Come on,
Not
let's
good.
climb down. We used to do it all the time when we were kids.
Sure. Just like old times. Reach the other side of the bay. Okay, so there was a bridge that got wrecked.
Look, everyone, here. We can crawl under this.
Is it J? Okay, so J, like journal. Okay, Legend joined you for the journey to the funeral. The old bridge has been broken. You decided to cross the bay instead of circling around. Legends come here to honor Ma Hin's memory. Okay, neat. Okay, let's do this. What are you thinking? Alright. Special movements. Your characters can perform a variety of movements to get over obstacles. For example, they can jump, climb, vault, drop down, or crawl. Whenever one hero can perform a movement, all others can as well. Obstacles your party can overcome are marked by visual hints in the environment. Homebrew. Oh, wait. Okay, so wait, do they actually... And I'm going to just spitball this because I'm not sure yet. I'll confirm. Homebrew. Is this like Solasta specific mechanics? Because like we talked about at the beginning, like it's using the SRD, right? system reference document. So the homebrew is just whatever they've made up in addition to the actual rules. That's cool. I like that they actually mark it so you can kind of see. You can tell. Climbing and dropping your heroes climb up and down some obstacles like ladders or vines, drops or special obstacles that heroes can't climb back up. Ooh. Interesting. So, drops, obviously, you have like ladders, you can go up and down, but like a drop, like, phoom, you can't get back up the other way. Crawl.
Crawling through dirt. Nothing new here.
And also they all have different personalities. I made sure to make them all different too, and kind of fitting. So I'll be very curious kind of how all the banter works. I don't know, I know we play as all of them, but honestly, I don't get to play as a rogue too often. So we're no offense to Starion, but you know, like my own rogue. Vault, very cool.
Would have been easier to bury Mother back in town.
Marike was a big part of her life. She would have wanted to be buried in the old temple.
I hear
Alright,
Ricard is
Kay.
the temple's new solace. He's going to say mass at your mother's funeral.
I guess that's why he called for us. It must be tough for him.
Let's hope he doesn't down a bottle of liquid courage beforehand.
Well, okay.
Wow. Jeez. Okay, so Card's gonna be there. Okay, Marike. We got it.
Hey everyone, look! The monster's cave. Oh, remember how Mother got mad every time we went down there.
Whoa. Hold on, light. Use light. Light helps your party find hidden traps and items that they may miss in darkness. That's why your heroes will automatically use spells and items to light up dark areas. You can switch on and off character's light when you want to. I do like that. I like that they automatically turn it on, but you can choose to turn it off. Some crabs and stuff. Wait, does that mean that was there stuff in here? Hold on.
I'm waiting.
There we go. I say one thing too that I kind of think is going to be interesting, and I'm kind of curious how it's going to play out, is the fact that we're all siblings. Right, so there's a lot of that prior life conversations that we can have, or as a group.
Come on, we don't have all day.
Look, I know, I'm coming.
Crabs used to live in there. Looks like something.
We ate them. The dice system. Okay, here we go. So, D20 tests. In Solasta 2, many actions require heroes to roll a D20 to determine success or failure. It's called a D20 test. Most time modifiers are added or subtracted to the die's result. To succeed on a D20 test, the total needs to equal or exceed a target number called a difficulty class. Right, ability modifiers. An ability check is a D20 test rolled when your character attempts something other than attack that has a chance to fail. Ability checks use your character's ability modifiers. You can view these in the character's inventory or character screen.
Ate all of them.
No more crabs?
Are you coming or what?
Hold on, wait. Just poking around. It's kind of cool stuff. Oh, see? Already. What is it? Giant crab pincer, food, and a fishing net. Okay, Ludo. Neat. Can I go in the water? I cannot go in the water. Okay. Noted. Right now, cannot go in the water.
Hey, look. The old tower. It's collapsed and ended up down here. A victim of the war, like the bridge.
Come on, push this bit out the way.
Okay, we will. Don't worry. Gather party area. Some challenges like pushing a heavy object out of the way require the whole party to work together. To unlock the passage, gather all your party members. Blue area.
Why don't you do it?
Let's go. So we must literally gather our party before we venture forth. That's kind of cool. A group effort. But it was all knives. That's all it was. Great work, team. Ooh, who's that? Oh, he looked crazy.
What are those things?
Well, they don't look like crabs.
Never seen anything like them. Best to be cautious.
If we stay low, we might get past without being seen.
Or we fight him. Stealth. Cautious mode. While exploring, you switch to cautious mode by pressing C or the toggle in the action bar. Your characters move slowly and cautiously, effectively becoming stealthy. Your characters are more alert and have a high chance of spotting traps and discovering hidden objects. Be cautious. Being cautious is key for certain classes, such as the rogue. Noise ring. Ooh. While in cautious mode, your heroes have a noise circle that indicates how much noise they're making. When a foe enters the circle, they will start detecting your heroes. The size of the circle depends mostly on the type of armor you're wearing, but also on whether you're proficient with stealth or not. This is cool. So the actual armor type that's like a disadvantage on stealth and stuff like that will actually affect this, and we can like a visual effect. Alright, detection gauge. Whenever foes start detecting your heroes, the gauge starts to fill. You need to move to avoid the detection gauge to fill. Jeez. Otherwise, your stealth would be broken. The speed at which the detection gauge fills depends on many factors, but mostly your stealth skill and perception skill of the enemy. Be wary of carrying lights to make you more visible.
Psst, we're sneaking. You have to crouch.
Okay, here we go. Very cool. Oh, this, honestly, the manual control mode is going to make stealth moving so much easier than, like, clicking.
It's okay. We're good. You can stand up now. Here is
Yeah,
the like it. Those things really gave me the creeps.
At least they've gone now. Let's take a look at these ruins.
True. Can I have somebody else take it? No? Does that just go to somebody? Do I just pick it up? I guess you need a lantern, but everybody else has one now.
I remember this beach.
Oh, damn. Kobolds.
What?
We got kobolds? All right, this is gonna be. All right, hold on. There's loot. There is very important. A bucket. Big fan. A nacre? Nacre splinter.
Move on.
Oh, hold on now. A little bit of it. That's a chest. 5 whole thieves' tools. Love to see it. 11 gold and a fishing net. Huge. All right. See, totally worth it already. It's been like 5 minutes.
It's too quiet. What's this?
Whoa, what happened? What's happening? Oh, were you here? Oh no, we're already doing stuff. He was not there. He was invisible. He was sneaking around. Okay, knives. What are we gonna do? Let's move here. Okay, move and dash. Moving on your turn, you can move up to your speed. Blue area indicates max distance, and you can reach it if you use all your speed during this turn. If you want to double your movement, you can spend a main action to perform dash action. The area outlined with the yellow dotted line indicates the maximum distance you can reach if you dash. Okay. Okay, so like, what, like this? Or is this the whole area? We'll see, we'll see. Ah, okay. That answers it immediately. To dash, you either use your dash action double-clicking or double-clicking the yellow area. This will automatically spend your main action to dash. That's cool. Shortcut. With certain abilities or spells, it is possible to gain the dash action without spending your main action. For instance, Rogue's Cunning action allows them to take dash action as a bonus action. Double-clicking in the yellow area will automatically spend your Rogue's bonus action. So this is a regular area, but if we dashed, we could reach like these areas out here. That's cool. Okay, so we switched. There we go. We got our dual wield. 65 success. Okay, we got our shove attack, advanced combat. Okay, dodge, disengage, dash. Okay, shove actions. Knock prone, push away. Alright, use device. Bonuses, potion. Okay, so this is our dagger is a bonus action and our short sword is our main attack. Alright, let's do this.
Next time.
Okay. Dig. Roll surplus or 11 fails, not good. What's his AC? 12. I like that we actually, it shows it on the screen. There we go, he didn't like that one. Okay. Alright, we're gonna stay here. End turn. Alright, Galen. Let's go over here. And then, let's see what we can do magic-wise. So we have a quarterstaff, shove, cast a spell. Here we go. Ooh, spellcasting. Here we go, spell level. Spells have a level that represents their powers. Your spells are called cantrips. They can cast at will. Spells level 1 and up require spell slots. Alright, spell slots. Just cast your limited number of spell slots. Determine how many spells of each level 1+ you can cast. Right, to cast a spell, you expend spell slots, and then you get those back. You get those back when you long rest. Right, upcasting. Essentially, you could cast a spell at a higher level, a little bit stronger, depending on the spell if it lets you. If it has an upcast benefit. Right, so you cast level 1 spell at level 3 slot, does more. Spell components. See, this is going to be interesting. Cast spell must be one or more of these requirements: somatic, verbal, and material. They actually are implementing these. I'm kind of into it. Right, so somatic, you have to have at least one free hand to perform the spell's gestures. It's a spell that requires like a physical signing or something. Verbal, the ability to speak, so you have to actually chant the words of the spell. And material requires an item, specific item, or spellcasting focus. If a spell's grayed out in your action bar, you can check its tooltip for missing components. I'm very interested to see how that is implemented. Okay, so in combat, we can use the WASD to move the camera. Alright, let's do a firebolt, right? Classic. Okay, firebolt, 4 to hit, 1d10. Ooh, got him. Dead. Done. But it seems... Oh, did these guys get triggered? Are you not in combat? Oh yeah, they did. They got triggered because we were all the way over here. Okay. Well, I guess we gotta move, so get a little closer. Oh, they're dashing. See, if anything, we have an advantage because we got the distance. Alright, Gulvar. Out of range. But not for our bow. Huge and slowed. 23. Incredible. Great work. Okay, so there's two options that happen. Either I didn't see the kobold, and I classically walked right into it, or he was invisible, and I genuinely didn't see him. I think either of these are valid. Stone Cunning. Gain tremor sense for 10 minutes. You can pinpoint the location of creatures within 60 feet, provided that you are all in contact with the same stone surface. Does it work with sand? Because that probably would have been very useful. This moment. Okay, so we got these. Let's do a spell. I kind of like the interface for these. For now. Maybe I'll change my mind in the future, but just kind of having them all in one button. And they're just here and it fills up the space. Okay, so I think... Let's go there. We use dash. Okay. Let's go here. So you're done. You... Let's go over here. Okay, so I can't... Can I? I can't hit you from here. I cannot do it. Okay, so we'll go move you here. Target not sensed. What does that mean? Target not sensed. Oh, does that mean like we don't even... I mean, we don't know them? Like we're not worried about them right now? Target not sensed. Does that mean like we don't have sight? Potentially? Oh, sorry, because we used dash on the last. That's why we couldn't attack with knives. Great work.
Is looking more and more like a trap.
Don't worry, we'll be fine. We need to hurry.
We're almost there. Can we take a short rest?
Fine, just a short one.
Can we take a short rest? Tired. Short rest. Limited healing and recovery, almost at will. At any time, as long as they're at a safe place, your party can take a short rest. During a short rest, heroes can equip or can regain some uses of special abilities and powers and spend hit dice to recover HP. Heroes have as many hit dice as their level. Spending a hit die heals heroes the number rolled plus their constitution modifier. Identifying magic items. Magic items are extraordinary items. They're recognizable by the blue aura on their icon. When you loot a magic item that is unidentified, you know it is magical. But its properties and how to use them remain unknown. That's cool. The Identify Ritual spell is a fast way to reveal properties of any unidentified items in your party's inventories. Alternatively, each character can identify one magic item during a short rest or a long rest. Love it. Love it. So it's both. We can do either one. Or we have three options. Long rest, short rest, or the spell. Short bro. Short bro. Got a little bit of money. Goes over here for these. Gold piece and some throwing daggers. I do like that the throwing daggers are infinite. That's nice to see. Jog on if you like. I'm taking a break. Oh, here we go. Dagger, dagger, bow, bow. Amethyst. Did you get him or something? Blue carnation. Can be used to craft other items. Crafting is unavailable in this version. Okay, so there will be crafting. There will be crafting eventually. That's cool. Harvestables, some lootable items in the world may regenerate their contents. This generally applies to plants, but also mined resources, mineral resources. Typically, harvestables regenerate a variable number of items over a specified period. If you return later, you might be able to loot a couple more flowers from this nice plant. I like that. That's cool. So it's not just like you pick it up and move on. It's like if you actually remember, right, where some of these plants usually grow, you can return to them consistently. Alright, so dagger, short bow, more food rations, a little bit of money.
Careful. This place is full of kobold traps. Crap! This is too dangerous.
That's cool. So so we rolled a wisdom perception. We failed, but then we rolled it again. We succeeded. That's cool. That's why she said, "Crap, this is too dangerous." This is neat. Okay, so how do I disarm? That's some neat little animation. Okay, so I'm noticing that you don't do any of the rolls manually. It's all just done. So there's no like clicking on it. There's no like tangible, like you're doing the roll.
Careful. This place is full of kobold traps.
In a way, I kind of like it because it kind of makes things a little bit faster than you go to a situation, dice roll pops up, you roll the die, then it cuts back. Although, again, don't get me wrong, I love Baldur's Gate 3. But this does feel very efficient. Ooh, poison needle. Disarm. Which is separate from lockpick. Rolled 20 on that. Beautiful. Potion of healing. 125 gold. And the Impossible Alliance. We got a piece of paper. How neat. Okay. The water looks nice. Water's pretty nice. Okay, let's see. Let's look at all our stuff, because right now we got a lot of items. How could I give this to somebody? Oh, right click. Beautiful. Does everybody have a bow? Should everybody have a bow? I guess I could give it to Feralden and Galen. Galen gets one, Feralden gets one. It is objectively better than the throwing knives. But he has his holy symbol. That's cool. Okay, anyway, so we picked up the Impossible Alliance. Oh wow. After full investigation by our intelligence services, our conclusion is that the threat of an alliance between our two neighbors is highly unlikely at this present time. Strategically, our military control of the Hyphron region creates too much of a barrier for the two sides to coordinate. We control all the bridges, and even if troops from both sides were to try a pincer attack on the region, we would see their movements long before finding ourselves trapped. Even in the south of Colthanin, were to be deprived of military forces. Politically, the troubles in Galavan have become less volatile, and the political situation has finally stabilized after years of post-war struggle between the dukes. We believe this may soon make it possible for them to vote for a new king. Our preferred candidate seems to be achieving some popularity. Interesting. Our preferred candidate. Our greatest fear is that the imperial influence and Galavan destabilization would push the people of Galavan into an alliance with the new empire against us. But interestingly, this is not happening. Instead, despite the war reparations we demanded and obtained the population of Galavan has seen our behavior as reasonable and our stewardship of the Hyphrin region as a great benefit due to renewed and expanded commerce along the Falafin and Walafin rivers. Please find enclosed a detailed report of which this is a summary. Lord N, Director of Intelligence Operations, Principality of Mazgoth. Wow, so they are keeping a tight eye on everything. If anything, they're the fact that they mention like destabilization. They're worried. But they have faith that the alliance wouldn't be possible. Okay, so but that means they have plans. They have plans. We just don't know what those plans are. It's all beyond us right now. We're just here for a funeral. Studded leather armor. 12 armor class. We like it. We like it a lot. Already looking good. I like it. I like it. I honestly, I think even though I made Galen first, I really think Knives is becoming my favorite. Honestly. Oh, uh-oh.
Poor lad. At least they didn't eat him. He is with Marike now.
He is with Marike now. That is one thing I'm looking forward to, the fact that everybody chimes in, and it's not just kind of whoever first. Okay, let's go pop over here, jump over here, flying. Oceanic bush. You like that? Blue carnations. Nice. Disarm trap. Neat. Got a vault over this. Alright, very cool. Alright, let's take a short rest. How do I take a short rest? Is it just... Yep, take a short rest to recover HP and some powers. Ooh, we can take four short rests. That's cool. We like to see that. Neat. Okay, short rest complete. With the short rest complete, you can spend hit dice to recover hit points and perform certain actions. Health-wise, we're all good. Lost. Oh, okay. Here we go. Short rest completed. The following effects have ended. Okay, so any like buffs or debuffs and everything that would stay, so we could see actually what went away. And the following features have been recovered. I do like that. I like that detail.
I feel better now.
Great.
Hey there. You alright?
Oh, okay. This is interesting. Do it alright. Family roles. Each hero holds a role in the family formed after their adoption by Lord Colwell and Ma Hin. The role you choose for a character impacts the way they interact with others, how they speak, and the tone they use. Some family roles match well with certain personalities. This is indicated by a thumbs up icon in the next pages. Some family roles match well with certain personalities. The Golden Kid. The Golden Kid was always Ma Hin's preferred child, perceived as lucky and favored by others. This role is a good fit for a caregiver or hero personality. Neat. So obviously, you fit this. The favorite. Very lucky. But you could also give to somebody different, and that would be curious. Then we got the scapegoat. Scapegoat was always doing silly things and getting punished. They were perceived as annoying and hurting the family. This character will often tease the siblings and play the troublemaker. The role is a good fit for jester or outlaw. The top student. The top student was always the best in class, perceived as perfectionist and headstrong. This role is a good fit for sage or an innocent personality. The substitute. The substitute is always the leader, protective of the sibling, and perceived as taking on the parent's role without reason. This is cool. This is neat. So we can actually... We're establishing all of these for them this early on. Okay. The Golden Kid. The Golden Kid, the favorite. The favorite. Right, I would say maybe for Alden, but I could also see Gullivar probably being that too. I first tried, I kind of want to read that again just so I... Oh no, where is it? Family roles. Here we go. Okay, so the Golden Kid was the lucky and favored. Scapegoat was the troublemaker and the tease. The top student is the perfectionist. And the substitute is the protector. Okay, so I'll say the Golden Kid is probably Gullivar.
I still can't believe we're going to bury Mum.
Mom, we know Martin adopted you, but I didn't realize you were so close.
Yep. Alright, the scapegoat. Alright, the scapegoat. Definitely knives. Definitely.
They were always Marhin's big baby. Go figure.
It's true. We had a special bond.
Well, in your own way, you were special too. You were the one who always got punished.
Okay, top student, obviously Galen. Galen is the go-getter.
You were definitely looking for it. And you were always the swotty teacher's pet, weren't you? You still are.
Guys, come on. It might be a day to remember old times, but don't dig up old quarrels. We know where this goes.
Well, I suppose that's going to be my fault.
You really haven't changed that much.
All right, everyone, listen up. Let's move. The funeral is at midnight, and we still have to climb that cliff.
Yes, sir.
Hey, isn't that Neokos?
Cool.
It looks like it. What's she doing?
What do you think, dummy? We're burying Mother. Like you, she's grieving.
Okay, enough. Let's go. It's time.
Is there, so we're all potentially
Hey, come and take a look at what I found.
people in the orphan.
Path up. Great. I was wondering how we were going to get up there.
I had a vague memory there was one around here somewhere, so I just started hacking away at the branches.
I love the idea of the family roles. I think that's gonna be so neat. And I hope it is, but the God, because that could make not just like the first playthrough, but like multiple playthroughs, everything can could have such different dynamics.
Nice jump.
There we go.
You,
Neokos. It's been a while.
4 little troublemakers. Like old times. You haven't changed a bit. Oh, Landry.
Hiya, Dee.
Is this a party or a funeral?
Rickard sent us a message.
Yes, he sent me one too.
He said you didn't answer. He was worried.
Oh, really? How interesting.
We had to come and pay our respects.
You don't need an excuse. She adopted you. You're her children as much as I am.
It's probably time to go. Don't you think?
Give me a moment. I'll join you there.
I'm assuming she was a good ma. with all your kids from every which way coming around to pay respects. You know, I think that's a good sign.
Are you coming or what?
Met with Neokos, your adoptive sister, near the temple. She told you she'd join you shortly for the ceremony. Okay, but we can't. Okay, we actually can't interact again. Okay, fair.
What was that about Rick? She angry at him or something?
Beyond me, Chief.
Almost there.
Haven't met him myself. Another lantern. Okay, they sell for 25 gold, so if we get enough. Oh, it's more everybody. Okay.
I'm deeply sorry for your loss.
I was gonna say this look really pretty. This looks real nice. Still early, obviously. I'm gonna keep emphasizing very early access, right? Like obviously, like the animations still have some work to do, and everything else, but like the facial animations and everything during conversations, but all work in progress. The spirit is there. So did this. So we got the Temple Coal. Established between 380 and 385 AC, the Temple Coal was established by clerics of the Order of Oblivion who had left the Snow Alliance. These clerics traveled throughout Ferendron, spreading the faith of Marike. The temple's name comes from an old local word for hill, and also relates to the clan of lords who had governed the coastal area for generations. Originally called Colwell. After the well atop the hill, the family later took the name Colwall when the area was fortified. No, because they put a wall up. That's smart. The current ruling family at Caer Colpfin remains actively involved in both the clerical traditions in the region and the faith of Marike. The temple suffered severe damage during the Galavan War, and as a result is no longer used for regular worship by the locals. However, it still serves as the site for annual celebrations such as the Day of Kalidar and the Day of Life Supreme. During these times, clerics and followers of Marike clean and decorate the ruined temple, and host festivals in its gardens. Despite its ruined state, the temple is still sanctified and falls under the authority of Solus. Currently, Rick Colwall, son of former Solus Tomas Colwall, oversees the temple's jurisdiction. Neat. Big fan. Okay. I'm a big fan of all these like lore drops and like background we're getting. Even though I don't like 100% grasp it in this exact moment, probably a lot of it from not playing the first game yet, but I like that it's here. And the weight, that's the other thing, is when you're looting stuff, you can physically see the little weight meter here on the loot window. So you know before you even pick anything up what your weight is at, without it just saying, oh, you're going to be encumbered. And you can kind of see by how much. Okay, so you guys are here. So highlighting interactive elements. Interactive elements contain containers, doors, mechanisms are highlighted when moused over. Even during combat, you can also reveal all interactive objects by pressing Alt or right. Thank you. That's great. Oh, that's so useful.
Marike welcomes your mother, Colwalls.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we got another little thing. Celebrations of Kalidar.
My deepest sympathies.
Condolences.
All right. Well, I mean, everyone's very nice so far. That's good. Celebrations of Kalidar, 1095 AC. My dear friends, this year we celebrate a special funeral on Kalidar, that of my beloved mother, Mahin Colwall, one of our community's dearest figures and head of the Colwall orphanage for many years. She will be honored during a ceremony at Temple Cole. The church, led by the Order of Oblivion, will organize a festival near the temple for Marike's visitors and followers. Our good friend Leon, from the Order of Life Regnant, will be hosting a small shop for the guests in order to raise donations for the restoration of the temple. That's nice. As customary, a number of guests will give eulogies and sermons during the day, and at nightfall we will continue with the funeral itself. Guests will be invited to lay wreaths and flowers under the light of ceremonial candles before members of the church start moving the festival's installations at midday next. As with every year, the temple gives approval the statue of the Redeeming Mother be transported to Dolmathar to celebrate Kaladar in town under the supervision of Father Dalron. The statue will then be brought back 2 days later by the same volunteers. Please note, although we expect family and former members of the orphanage to attend, their exact number is unknown at this time. So we should prepare between 10 and 20 additional guests. Solasta, Ricard Colwell. That's... The members of the orphanage, they don't know how many there were. They just know there was a bunch. Bunch of us. The Colwell Orphanage. Here we go. Opened at 1049 AC by Ma Hin Colwell, wife to the late Lord Thomas Colwell. The orphanage was first set up in the old farm that once fed Temple Cole's monks and priests. In an effort to honor Marike and help the many orphans of the Galavan War, Lord and Lady Colwell decided to create this now renowned establishment that has, over the decades, helped numerous children and even older wives and strays to find a new meaning in their lives. To this day, the orphanage and the Temple Cole remain under the jurisdiction of the Order of Life Regnant and part of the Falafin Protectorate. I'm saying Falafin, I don't think it's Falafine. Falafin. Until I'm proven otherwise. Leon Merchant. This is a cool little interface for this. Merchant. Prices and party wealth. Unlike items and inventories, gold is shared with the party. Within your party, when you buy or sell an item with one character, it affects the party's overall wealth. Great. Everybody's money. So we don't have to worry about, like, bouncing money back and forth. It's all... They can carry individual money, but if for some reason, like, somebody's not in the party, I guess it still should count. Item prices depend on your party's relationship with the merchant faction. They do not change when you switch characters. This tab switch between your characters. Purchasing and selling at the purchase and sell views. You can use the tab at the top list to filter items. Okay. And then right click on an item to display options. What to do. Double click to buy or sell. Okay. Buying back. If you sell an item by mistake, you simply buy it back at the same price. That's nice. Do this, go to the last tab. On the merchant tab displays all items you sold recently. You can then select any item you wish to buy back. That's cool, because if selling by accident can happen, and having to buy it back for more money than you sold it for sucks. Okay, so this is what you're selling, or what I can sell. I want to sell... Let's do that. Can I do multiple? Oh. Nope, wrong button. Okay. I guess I just double click on it, right? Let's do that, get that out of there. I'll hold on to it. I'm sure we're gonna find more short bows. It doesn't look like they can be damaged, like weapon damage. Sell the amethyst. Probably don't need the leather armor. Right, just to get some of that stuff out of our inventory. Then we'll go back to purchasing anything cool. Dolmathar, do we... I think we have a lot of those. Though we do not have the Dolmathar one. So that'd probably be worth getting. Okay, we don't need any of these yet. First goddess, we already have that. Potions of healing. Not a whole lot. Sympathy. 10% discount. That's nice. That's nice. So, I don't think we need anything right now. Especially not there. But all the money will go to a good place. Dolmathar. Dolmathar is a new town co-built by the people of Kolthanen. I'll get it. And the Principality of Mosgoth. And as such does not rest on any earlier Mana-infused settlement. Dolmathar's existence is a testimony to the good faith between the neighboring states, since the signature of the Falafin Treaty enforced the existence of the Protectorate. Its name is of Sylvan origin, underlying Calthane's separation from the ancient High Elven Manacalon. So there's a lot of terms, and over the years, Dolmathar has become preeminent in the region, and many of the inhabitants of the older coastal city of Caer Culpefin have moved to find work inland. More accessible than the latter, the new city is a flourishing commercial hub for the region and profitable for both the nations involved in its construction. Right. Okay. A lot of plates, some food. I guess we can go in here. Oh shit, this is it. Ahin Colwall.
Rickard?
You made it. Neokos. I thought you'd never come.
What happened?
I don't know. She wasn't sick, and yet she knew Mariah was coming for her.
It doesn't make any sense.
She left this. For you. Dee, it's Caladar. Time to honor Mother. We'll talk later.
It doesn't make any sense.
Thank you for coming. I know it was a long trip.
We had to come. She meant a lot to us, but you know that.
Yes.
You should have saved her.
I told you, it was Mariah's will. It was her time, and she wanted to go in peace.
Did she tell you that? Or is it what you tell yourself?
Dee, I'm begging you.
We can still bring her back.
No! She told me not to. She deserves the peace of death.
Try and stop me.
Oh shit.
Mariah.
No way. Oh. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh shit. Oh, they don't like this. Or they do? Was it? Oh my god, okay. This is fucking nuts.
Don't fight me! Stand down!
You cannot do that. Mariah won't allow it!
I cannot lose her! Not like that!
The pillar! Knock it down!
Oh, how cool. Okay, first off, recognize those voices, but we'll get to that afterwards. Right now, these guys, Kivuli? Very cool. Neokos started casting a resurrection spell. You gotta find a way to break her concentration while dealing with the creatures protecting. They are protecting her. So whatever that amulet was, didn't seem like a good thing. Damn it. Oh. Okay, enemies that hit. Just hit the enemy. How to respond. Sneak attack. Ooh, deal additional damage when striking an enemy with a finesse weapon while having advantage. Or if a friendly creature is next to the enemy. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, cool. Here we go. So knock the pillar down. What pillar? Which pillar are you referring to? Is there a pillar I can destroy? I don't know. Okay, I see. Got it. Okay, so there's only 2 of these guys, so let's do a spell. Let's do Ray of Frost. Alright, huge. Great. Okay, you're over here. I'm gonna reposition to right there. So we can get them both. Oh, critical miss. Gosh, embarrassing. Come on, Ricard. Come on, Ricard. Okay, these are opportunity attacks. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we gotta take this dude out before we can even get around him. Paladin powers. Lay on hands, neutralize poison. Spellwise, healing word, divine smite. Good hit. Good solid hit. It was not. It was not. It was a horrible miss. We're gonna pretend like it hit. Okay, and then from here, 55% chance, 65%. 14. See, this is why he was the golden child, because he's just like, he's just good. Okay. Oh, I can just tap space to switch. That's neat. Okay. Can I not? Hello? Okay, I was doing the spacebar, but it wasn't working. Enemy on the move, moving out of reach, respawn, opportunity attack, and he's dead. Whoa.
Stand down! I don't want to kill you, but they will!
That's not good.
Look! The pillar! Behind her!
Arcana.
Okay, so when is... Okay, the pillar's right here. We need to deal with these guys. What is that? Okay, you know what? We're gonna go. It'll be us. We're gonna go. Okay, we're gonna leave you guys doing that thing. Unless we should just kill them, right? I'm gonna go for it. Alright, missed, sucker. Okay, I'm hoping I can hop over this? Maybe? Or am I gonna have to go the whole way around? Oh god, you're over there? I feel like we might actually have to go all the way around. But for the sake of it, I'm gonna wait and see what happens. See what we can do.
Raike, a BO, Fury!
Nice. Thanks. It's kind of cool that all the spells, the casting start with Mareike. Oh, sapped. Ooh, divine smite. It's been smoted. Most smote. Okay, we're gonna run over here. All right, cool. Oh, they got the big. These guys get the big weapons. Okay, so let's do this. Got him. Perfect. We are gonna stay. We're gonna stay. What do we have? Fighter powers. So we got those bonuses. All right, come on, family. The pillar is unstable.
Stop this madness! She won't come back! She didn't want to!
I don't believe you!
Here we
The
go.
more you kill,
Oh, we can jump
the
over it.
more will
Great.
come!
Okay, so next turn we're gonna push the shit out of this. Okay, here we go. Sorry, spinning the camera a little bit. Get a better view. Here we go. Was it? You're at 12, you're at max. So we definitely...
Joker, Necro.
disadvantage. Oh, is it because it's next to?
Arcana.
Oh, man. Okay. Wait, so then magic missile it is. Okay, so 1, 2, and then we'll throw a third one over there. Okay, not bad. Not too shabby.
Raike, a BO, Fury!
Alright, good cure. Ugh. It's not too bad. We're doing fine. Unfazed, honestly. Go up Divine Smite. Huge. Absolutely. Fantastic. Okay, was it you're over here? So we're just gonna get up front. Maintain. Oh, you're not getting away. Healing. Healing options after a battle. You often have your heroes wounded. Regain HP. You have healing spells, powers, abilities, potions, or a short rest. Right, healing spells. Main actions sometimes have a bonus action. Right, fighters have second wind. Paladins lay on hands. Right, we can also use potions, which are in the device option, and then short rests. Okay, Gullivar. Alright, we gotta get in this. Damn. Alright, we'll get him. Okay,
Look,
this is it.
The pillar!
I know.
Behind her! The pillar! Knock it down!
Working on it. No! Sibling.
Holy Mother.
It's bright. Oh. Oh, she took her shit.
The covenant must be honored.
I tried. I did everything you asked of me. Why did you take her from me? Shadwyn was right. You are the betrayer. And you have betrayed me!
Oh, shit. Right to her face. Oh, shit. Oh, we're all good. This is not the funeral we had in mind. Oh, wait, was he dead? Oh, God, that's bad.
O Holy Mother, keeper of life and death, please hear our prayer. Your devoted cleric seeks your mercy. Why? The Colwalls failed to keep the Covenant. Again.
We are Colwalls too. Marhin was a mother to us. We shall honor the Covenant.
You would take Marhin's burden to save her son.
Oh, this is cool. This is cool as shit. Oh my god. Okay. First off, what a cool way to actually show, like, talking and meeting, like, the presence of an actual deity. You know, and they're not just using some kind of, you know, avatar to be the same size as us. It's like, no, literally, it's some ethereal, incomprehensible sky presence. Almost. Right? Ah, how cool. So, these are each of them. So they're different. So, what is a covenant? Yes, no. What is the covenant? I feel like, what is the covenant?
What is the Covenant?
Your sacred heritage. A blessed journey to undertake. A flame to keep alive.
Alright, vague, but curious. Oh, yes. What is the covenant? Yes.
We will. So be it.
Family. God damn. That's so. What a situation is. What a situation in it. Crazy. God, we came in for one thing and. Oh. Oh, we're all here. Oh, this is different.
Where
oh, shit.
are we?
Neokos.
Neokos.
She sent me back.
Where?
Rick. Why? Why did you have to take everything from me? Shadwyn was right. It's all lies. Deceit. All of it!
Wait!
Yeah, got a lot of questions still.
He's alive.
What happened? Where is the Orchid?
She's gone. Don't move. We'll go get help.
Oh, fine. I guess I'll stay here.
Did that really happen? Did we really speak to Marike? It burns. What? God's teeth unbranded.
Ooh.
What? Oh, so am I.
Marike's symbol. The message is clear.
I'd have a couple of questions for her.
Me too. Like, what happened to Landry? He had nothing to do with all this.
What about those weird stone creatures protecting Neokos?
Well, finding help for Rickard should be our priority.
Oh my god, what a fucking... What a start. Good lord. Holy shit, so... Ricard, so wow, so Diorcus, can we take a second and be like, I'm glad they actually kind of do something like, because that's always been a question, right? Like, somebody dies, you are in a world where you can literally resurrect people. You have healing magic, but then also like straight up resurrections, right? Especially like true resurrection and everything. And like Mahin dying, it's like, okay, realistically, you would think like, oh, why don't we just bring her back? But she's like, no, she's like, I'm good. I'm done. Let me rest. And her daughter's like, no, you can't do that. You can't. Cared about her so much. So like that's kind of a cool, it's kind of a cool thing, right? Even though Card over here went and said, like, clearly said she didn't want that. Diorcus didn't want to believe her. Believe her as in Mahin genuinely wanted that. And then tossed the coin thing that was left to her. And whatever she's actually referencing, like, oh, it was all a lie. It was all a lie. It was never true.
Maraike watches us.
How did I miss that?
Inspiration. Very cool. Maraike. And that was also like she like Knives went and prayed and Maraike actually showed up. It was like, what do you want? What are you asking for? Like that's so cool. I don't see it represented too often like that, so I'm just maybe I'm just easily impressed, but I think that was really cool.
Thanks, I feel much better. But I don't think I can stand yet. Maraike's teeth. But I could do with a drink.
Oh, are you being serious, Rick?
Oh, you know I was kidding. It's okay. I'll get some sleep.
Don't die, Rick. So we kind of made like a... Okay, sorry about that. But I'm trying to avoid restarting my computer and just kind of going all in one go with this. But...
Over there. Stay behind.
Oh geez. Okay, approaching unaware enemies while in cautious mode. You can approach enemies while being undetected. Be careful not to get too close, otherwise you'll be detected and attacked before you can even start your ambush. Okay, so we go into cautious mode. We can get close as long as they're not in the ring. We're good, right? Attacking unaware enemies. To start an ambush while in cautious mode, you target one of the unaware enemies with the ambush-free action or ranged attack or spell main action. Okay. Like the ambush action, using an attack or spell will consume the attacking character's main action for the turn. However, it can allow them to deal damage immediately. Ah, okay. So the ambush action is a free action. Ambush. However, if we actually use an attack, it's an ambush is not a immediate damage dealing action like choosing an attack or spell. Right, perception check and surprise. Once an ambush is started, the party makes stealth group check to determine the DC for the enemy's individual perception checks. Whenever an enemy fails their perception check, they are surprised. Surprised characters have disadvantage on their initiative roll. Cool, so that's why you would choose to do an ambush versus just going and shooting them with something.
Behind me.
You're grown-ups, you know?
We're grown-ups, you know. Okay. Can I not pick up that coin she tossed? I feel like that was not a great decision on her part to just toss that out into into the nothing. Right, I'm pretty sure she threw it around here. Maybe we just can't get it. What is that? Cannot hide perceived by enemies. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's try this. Are these the enemies? I guess. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, stop hiding. Ambush. A wood fairy. That's why I wasn't able to like mouse over it or anything. Wood fairy. 10 HP. 13 AC. Tiny Fae. Okay, let's do this. Oh, not horrible, but not great. Ooh, are you dryads? There's dryads. There's dryads. Oh, they look great. Okay. All right, let's do this. So we are us. All right, Galen. Let's do this. Let's do Firebolt. Incredible. Incredible work. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of turn the camera around this way. Critical hit. Okay. Alright, that was rude. Alright, knives, let's do this. We're gonna go. You know what, we're gonna go in. Oh, sneak attack. Done. Absolutely done. Offhand. Okay, I don't know about picking up stuff in the middle of combat. I don't know how if that might mess up anything. You know what? All the more reason to actually do it then, right? Shouldn't we test that? Alright, hit him. Damn. That was a miss. Open the pouch. What do we got? Mana dust. Crafting item. We used to craft. Mana dust collected from the remains of a magical creature. How fun. I like that we can just kind of go through and not like waste the movement to go around. That's nice to see. Ooh, huge. All right, nice. And they're over there. Bring him in. But see, by doing this, we're making them use their dash. Making them use their actions. Ooh. Magical attack, venomous spike. Failed. Missed. So is that how it, so if you miss, does the animation actually miss? Like physically? It doesn't just like hit us and then goes no? Because that's kinda cool. Like show that you actually miss. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it actually shot past it. We actually missed. Okay, so we're gonna switch. I'm gonna shoot this. Ooh, sneak attack. Massive. How good, how cool. Okay, we get you over here. End turn. Ooh, 6 left. And sapped. Okay, we're gonna go over here. What a cool design. That's cool. All right. Ugh, failed. Embarrassing fairy. They missed too. I'm sorry, like, it seems to be that's what it is. That's kind of a cool idea. You know, you're not missing because you misclicked, you're missing because of the miss. Ooh. Were you running off too? Okay. Okay, let's see. So far it's just you. Okay, we're gonna go back this way. Just to head her up, in case she decides to go all the way this way. Alright. 55 success? Oh, it's the same. Okay. Ooh. 7? Not bad. Not bad. And God with the other. And sneak attack. Beautiful. Love it. Love a rogue. Advantage and disadvantage. Sometimes you have advantage or disadvantage on d20 tests. When that happens, roll 2 d20s. For example, you roll a 16 and a 4. If you have advantage, you keep the highest number. If you have disadvantage, you keep the lowest number. But the rolling a 1 is always a failure, and 20 is always a success, regardless of modifiers. Okay, so they're doing the same thing as kind of BG3 does, where 20 is a success, even if it's like a 30. Even if it's a 30 on an ability check. That works. That's cool. We don't have to get too nitpicky about it.
Come on.
I know, I feel the same way. Come on, man. That's right, get her. Garden Dryad. We're gonna go move here, just in case she tries to move around, get an opportunity attack. Not good enough. Oh, nope. That's it. Shouldn't have done it. Opportunity attack, but we missed. Are you... Okay, can I hit from here? Or is this gonna be like I'm being blocked? Oh, I can't see. Okay, so that we'll walk right here. This should be... Okay. Sensed is line of sight. I'm picking up. So sensed is line of sight. Cool. Okay. Gotcha. Some of the terms I'm picking up. I'm picking up what we're putting down. Go big speed. And then oh, sneak attack. 1. It's got 1. It has 1. It has 1. All right, Ferelden. You can do this. Okay. You just got just focus. Just focus. Just hit him. 10. Love to see it.
It looks like we're not welcome.
They're Fae. I guess we're trespassing in their territory. Maybe. Let's just stay alert. Did you see that?
What?
Some kind of giant bird.
Stay alert, everyone.
Giant bird. That's cool. We passed a perception check in the middle of the conversation, so they are going to have those too. How neat. A lot of dust. A lot of dust. I'm very interested to see the crafting system they come up with. I'm a big fan. I'm a fan of crafting. Got some dryad bark. Right, solid piece of wood, flexible as leather, that can be used to craft items. Character's inventory. Each party has their own inventory. They can carry weight, determining their strength. Managing items. Okay, so that just popped up again. That's fine. Could always use a refresher. Okay, loot everything. Okay, seems like nothing else. Okay. Some giant bird was watching us. Okay, I can't go off the trail, so pretty easy to navigate. Ooh, Vista. Look. That's a nice looking city. We got some boats. Ooh, how is that like a sun source for them? What does that mean? Obviously for D&D it reminds me of the light above El Terrell. But, I mean, maybe it's similar. Maybe it could be a similar idea. Maybe it's like a ward or some kind of protection. Maybe it's not exactly for light, but it does give off light. Does anybody have any opinions? No?
It'd be much simpler if we actually knew something about this place.
Absolutely. So we don't even know. We don't even know what this is. So Neokos did. We don't. So we're gonna be learning the same stuff as our characters are. That's cool. Okay, so Mahin's burden. The rigger was dead after arriving at Neokos. Neokos threw her holy symbol away and left, telling you she had a clear path ahead of her. Her holy symbol. So that was. So now, okay. Okay, so Mahin's holy symbol was left to Neokos. Interesting. Okay, 2 entries in death, find help. Look around for help, somebody might be able to heal. You encounter strange creatures in the woods, and your presence seemed to surprise them. Right? Neokos is left after being sent to Neokos by Maraiki. Find out what happened to her. The lady was dead after arriving on Neokos, threw her holy symbol away. Okay, so related. You know what this is a good time for? Because we could do the BG3 method and just never rest, but I feel like you know what, we should take a short rest. I feel like that's a good idea. That's a smart idea. Okay, so so we actually clicked to roll. How cool. All right. So these are our hit die. I love that. It could be max, it could be not. You never know. True is true to D&D. Well, 5th edition, technically. Because it's not D&D. But it is. We're gonna take Jasmine's bush. Whispering Jasmine. Alright, a flower that seems to whisper as you pass by. How fun. How quaint. That's big.
Well. And just exactly how did you get here?
Okay. A
You
little
wouldn't
rude.
believe us if we told you.
Huh. Perhaps not.
What? Okay. Are we already under arrest?
By the Nexus, Steelmind. You weren't joking.
More Argad spies. And this time in Our Lady's private estate. Lucky for us, her little bird spotted them. It seems our feathered friend has her uses after all. I want to know how they got past our security.
You mean you didn't ask them?
Apparently, I wouldn't believe it.
Look, we're really sorry if we're trespassing. We were teleported here against our will. We're not spies.
Ha! You know what? You're right. I don't believe you.
Nicely done.
We are going to have to sort this out.
Oh, God. Literally, we're here for 5 minutes. We killed some of the local wildlife, and then we have now offended the royal family or some sort of important family. And our guards, I mean, I like the colors, very shiny, very nice. Personalities. When dialogue options are available, you are assigned based on each character's personality or family role. If ability checks are involved, the most suitable character is selected. Oh. Cool. So if an ability check is needed for a conversation, it will always go to the one who has the most suitable chance.
But right now, drop your weapons and show your hands.
Best question. Our brother is wounded. Fine, we surrender. Our brother is wounded.
Wait, you have to help us. Our brother's over there bleeding to death.
A fifth one. This is an outrageous breach. We need to sweep the entire area.
Look, it's just one man. He's gravely wounded.
If you're telling the truth, then nothing bad will happen.
But if you decide we aren't?
Just do as you're told and drop your weapons.
Okay, great. We have some questions. Fine, we surrender. Oh, jeez. I mean, we do have some questions, but I think we have some questions.
We need to ask a few questions first.
Did you hear that, my Lord Steelmind? The trespassers want to know if we can answer a few questions.
Strangers, this is your final warning. Drop your weapons now, or we will use force. What is it to be? Choose wisely.
I do like they all feel very in character, you know, for these. He's like, fine, we surrender.
If you insist, but we've done nothing wrong.
You can discuss that with your Argad friend in a cell.
You're making a mistake.
That's what they all say. Magic will reveal if you're telling the truth. If not, you'll hang with the other one.
And if we're innocent?
Oh,
well,
chill.
then you really do have an interesting story to tell. One perhaps even the Lady Anabasia might want to hear. But don't get your hopes too high. Throw them in the cell next to Yorker.
Yorker? Oh, the sun changed. They looked a lot taller, and then the camera changed, and I was like, oh, they're... Okay. Who are... What the hell?
Might as well get cozy with your Argad friend. He ain't got long.
Uh-oh.
Here Lord Steelmind is looking for his head. Guess you'll be next.
What friend?
Psst. Hey, are you part of Gilana's outfit?
Who? What? No, we're not part of anybody's outfit.
Shh. I know you can't talk openly. Beacon eyes and ears everywhere. I get it.
It's time, Yorker!
What?
Crap, it's too late. We need to trust each other. Please.
That's quick.
Find Damien in the lion's den. Tell him 8 circles make 1.
What? But...
No time. Damien's waiting for me, but I won't make it. Tell him not to wait. He has to finish the job.
Where's the
lion's den? East side near the shore. An ancient sickless ruin. Damien's hiding there.
Shut your trap, Argad spy. Time's up.
Make sure you aren't followed.
Gee, we're sharing secrets with ya. Ha ha ha. Don't worry. You'll be joining him on a gallows soon enough.
But we don't know this man. We're not spies.
Ha! Yeah, pull the other one. Now, move your ass, Yorker.
Oh no.
Long live the Republic! Death to the beacon!
Oh shit.
Save your breath, Yorker. Not many left. You're next, rebel scum.
Rebel scum.
Everyone okay?
Not too sure. It feels like a nightmare.
If only. Mareike, the funeral, Rickard. It's all real. And this mark. What have we done? We should never have accepted this quest.
We had no choice. Mareike would have killed us all. Don't forget she's the goddess of life and death.
Yep, and we do not understand her plans, goals, or thought process. So this is... good lord. They just straight up fucking hit him. So he's done. Like, he's probably gonna die. And now we've been tasked with this whole... This is crazy. So we're like in a whole new place, whole new factions we don't even know about, kingdoms, people, a rebellion, and now we're being wrapped up in it just because. Oh god. Typical. Long rest. Complete healing, requiring food and campsites. Your party can take a long rest at a campfire or an inn. This takes about 8 hours, and the party requires food in order to rest. One party food is enough to feed the whole party and companions for a full long rest. Ooh, party food. So now we know we have our rations and stuff. So it takes 1 per long rest to feed everybody. The long rest isn't interrupted. The heroes regain all their HP and spend hit dice, their spell slots, and use special abilities and powers. They can be interrupted? That's interesting. Okay, preparing spells to cast spells. Spellcasters must prepare spells from among those they know. They may know many spells, but they can only cast the ones they have prepared. They can change their prepared spells each time they take a long rest, or at other times depending on their class. In addition, some classes and subclasses grant a short list of spells that are always prepared. Right? Like for Galen, we gotta prepare spells. She's a wizard. Alright, it's identifying magic items. Magic items are extraordinary items recognized, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we know these. So we could do these during a short rest, long rest, etc. What we got in here? Party food. Take a long rest. Party must have food in their inventory. Each food item with this icon is shared with the entire party. You can check how much party food you have at the bottom left of the inventory. One party food is enough to feed the whole party. Companions for a long rest. Rations are cheap and found in almost every shop. While other food items, such as venison or fruits, can be found in various places throughout Neokos, rations are packaged sets of things such as bread, foods, vegetables, meat, beverage, fish, fruits, delicious, great. Okay, so if we can find rations and they're cheap, are there benefits to actually having real food? And I mean like if we have like a steak, is that gonna be better to long rest with than just a bunch of rations? Okay, because we're gonna have to rest. Can't be opened at the moment. Damn it. Okay. Well, it's funny. I did mention at the beginning, like, oh, what if we get into a situation where we lose all of our stuff? Well, this is that. Right, so does that mean we have nothing? So we can't. Wait, no, that's a cantrip. There it is. Okay, so no arcane focus equipped, so we can't. That's fascinating. That answers that question. Neat. Okay. Well, shit, I guess we gotta rest. Cool, day 1 in prison already. Fantastic. Speed running. Long rest. For a long rest, recover all powers, items, hit points, and half spent hit dice. Ooh. Wake up at the end of your long rest. Dawn, day, dusk, night. Is there a specific time we want to be up at? Alright, you've been arrested by local guards. You surrender, hoping to convince the powers that be to help your brother. Yep, and then this one, Jira's secret. Alright, so now we gotta go to the old Sickless building. We have to find this guy, Damien. 8 circles make 1. Some kind of password. I'm gonna go and say we're gonna do we're gonna go to Dawn. I think Dawn's good. Dawn's a good time. Ah, we can level up. Are we level up ready? Replace weapon mastery. Ooh, here we go. Increase your hero power. Hero's powers. Power. When one of your heroes obtains the required amount of experience, they will be able to level up. To level up, you need to take a long rest. So we can only level up during long rests. When leveling up, heroes gain additional HP, plus other improvements. Subclass Ancestry. We can also multi-class, which is cool. So we can do that in the early access too. When you level up, you can choose to new class instead of gaining a level in one of your current classes. The experience point cost in a level is always based on your character level, not your level in a particular class. Alright. Leveling up. Prerequisites for multi-classing. To multi-class the following class, your ability scores must meet these prerequisites. So you actually have to meet the prerequisites now, just like in 5e. So to be multi-class cleric, you have to need 13 wisdom, fighter, strength dex, paladin, strength charisma, rogue dex, sorcerer, charisma. Neat. And wizard, sorcerer. Obviously, we're gonna stick strictly rogue right now. We gain cunning action. Well, we already have cunning action. Well, we get cunning action. No editable gains. At this level, the character has no editable gains. We gain a little bit of health in our hit die. Beautiful. Alright, Galen. We're at a level of wizard. Arcane recovery. After short rest, you recover expended spell slots up to half your wizard level, rounded up. You cannot recover spell slots to the level 6. What do we get? Burning Hands, Ray of Sickness. Right, because of our class feature. Scholar. We could change these, and we could change these. I'm not going to change them. I like it. It's good. It's good. Missing our spellbook. That's another interesting detail. So we're really up on there, so we can't change because we don't have a spellbook. Up the Paladin. Get Paladin Smite. You always have this Divine Smite spell prepared. In addition, you can cast it without expending a spell slot. It's per long rest. Keep Blessed Warrior, Light, Sacred Flame, and Searing Smite. Beautiful. And Gullivar. Action Surge and Tactical Mine. Look at that. So on your turn, you can take one additional action on top of your regular action. To use this feature, you can't do it again until you take a short or long rest. And Tactical Mind, you can use an action and expend when you use your second wind to activate Tactical Mind for 1 minute. While Tactical Mind is active, you add a bonus 1d10 whenever you make an ability check. So, cool options. Alright, we lost a food ration. We recovered all of our hit die. Spell slots.
I have orders from the Lady Anabasia. Fetch the prisoners immediately.
The Argad spies? To the palace?
Do you have a problem obeying orders?
No, my lord. But they're dangerous.
Not to Our Lady Anabasia. Now do as you're told.
Yes, my lord. Of course, my lord. At once, my lord.
That's right. Listen.
You, stay in there and wipe your feet, you worthless scum.
So wait.
Come on, you lot. You're going to meet with the Lady Anabasia. It's a great honor.
Great. Love that. But I'd be...
elves. Worse than the new empire. Can't hide your cursed city forever.
Cursed City. What?
I ain't done nothing, I tell you, nothing. Fair trial, sir. I desire a fair trial, please.
We're out of those.
Poor sailor, please. Please.
Ew. Alright, not a great place. I mean, it is a prison. Like, what are we saying? But, man.
Move on.
Okay, alright. Jeez. There's a tight ship around here. Alright, hello. Alright, this is... Got cameras clipping and everything. This is very clean. It's very clean. Alright. Well. Yeah, that's a nice door. That's a nice door.
The new guests in the dispensary?
Yes, he seems harmless enough.
Did we just teleport to the new empire? Wish it was that simple. But it's got a definite old-world Mana-infused feel. Ugh.
We don't have time for that.
Mana-infused feel. Mana-infused. 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 Okay. We'll read that paper in a minute.
Ruffish types? Certainly not from around here. Upstarts from Dinas Argad, I'd wager.
Come on, don't dawdle.
Dinas Argad. Is that right? That's why they're calling us Argad spies, because they think we're from there. Alright, I'm coming, I'm coming.
Another spy?
Yeah, almost got him.
Well, if the spy master's goons are after him, then he'll soon hang along with his friend.
Damn. Okay, can we take us to, like, this floor? Oh my god. This is like wealth. This is a palace. Like, you have this over a ravine. That's incredible. I mean, obviously, like, the gold and white and everything. It's real nice and... Huh. Trophies? There's a paper on there. What is that? It's cool looking. What the hell? Whoa, what is that? I'm gonna take this book.
Come on, don't
Crafting magical. I'm sorry, like, you can't show me this and then say, like, come on, let's go. That's cool. Like, what is that? That's sick. I'm impressed. I'm admiring your place. If anything, you should be happy.
You'll have to wait for me anyways.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and... Hope you guys don't mind. I'm just perusing.
There you go. Enjoy.
I will. Hold on, there's something... Is there something here? What is this? Is that bad?
Where do you think you're going?
Yeah, I honestly don't even know.
This honor is reserved for the privileged few. Fortunately, you're not among them.
Ah, of course. I see. Well, I will press on then. Okay, here we go. Formal. The hell of a room. God damn. Oh, hello.
Greetings, travelers. Welcome to my humble court. I am the Lady Anabazia, guiding light of Kayamar.
Kayarmar. Kayarmar. Wow, this is her. All right. Cool. Hello. Salutations, milady.
Milady, may I offer you our salutations and goodwill?
You will have to excuse the close attention you were paid by my guards. They are very protective of my person and of my privacy. They can be a little, shall we say, enthusiastic?
Indeed.
That's fair.
I am certain that you're wondering what happened to Father Caldwell. Yours is not to worry. He is, as we speak, both safe and sound, under my protection. I shall do all in my power to ensure that it remains so. And now you must excuse my curiosity. I could not help but note that each and every one of you has a mark, a symbol of the goddess Marike. You are keen followers of her creed, like your friend?
I mean, it's new. We're new. It's kind of fresh. Still learning. We got the tattoo right away, though. He's our brother.
Actually, he's our brother.
Is that so? My. What an interesting family you must have.
You have no idea.
I do feel obliged to admit that I am most intrigued. You see, here in Neokos, too many followers of Marike are mere ragtag acolytes of the barbarous Ka'um. Nomad wanderers, beggars of the wilds.
Ooh, okay.
You, however, seem different. Lest you wonder, I have already spoken with Father Caldwell and have offered him my full protection and shelter in exchange for the opportunity to build a place of worship here, where he may bring his faith and service to my loyal subjects.
Did he accept?
He sounded most interested. And of course, he's still in need of much rest. But I am certain he will see the sense of it and agree.
I'm not sure that a return to preaching is his current priority.
I wouldn't know, and would not dare answer for him. But I sensed a strong sympathy for the proposal. But please, tell me more of your good selves. I am intrigued to note that you all hail from far-off Ferendra, the Principality of Masgarth, I believe?
Indeed. We actually don't know where we are right now.
Oh, but of course. How remiss of me. My appetite for information can be voracious. You are in a continent known in the common tongue as Neokos. And this is the city of Kayamar, my humble abode and capital of the Beacon. A most cosmopolitan place where I am certain you will fit in without problem, as long as you abide by our laws.
Indeed, we saw your Temple of Pakri. We have laws upheld by them at home. We won't be a problem to you.
Oh, I'm certain you won't. After all, your brother is my most gracious guest of honor. It would be disappointing not to extend you that same benefit.
I thought he hadn't accepted yet.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
Can we see him?
Where are my manners? Absolutely. I am confident that you're eager to make certain of Father Caldwell's well-being.
So we're free to go?
Oh, but of course. Why would you not be? Although before you go, there is one last thing. A small favor, if you will.
We are all ears, my lady.
When you're done in the Fount of Wisdom, I wish you to meet with Lieutenant Silverstar, just outside the palace. He will brief you on certain things that will ensure the quality of our relationship. He will be in charge of our future communication. Since though I deemed it important to meet you today, I won't have time in the future.
Then we thank you for your time, milady.
Okay. You know what? That went as well as I could have hoped.
We're in the woods. Yes, the spy master was furious.
Oh man. You know, honestly, I was worried there'd be some kind of like wild spin to all that, but she seemed nice. She seemed actually kind of cool. She's like,
move on.
Strange, but sure. Right? You met Anabasia, ruler of the city of Kayamar. She told you that Rick had been cared for and is now safe. He is a guest of honor in her dispensary. Oh, is that what he's been doing?
Come on.
Oh, he's just been chilling then. Okay. You met Anabasia, the ruler of the city of Kayamar, far from Ferendra. Ferendra. Just find your bearings on this new continent. Right. Okay. Alright, not a bad start. Look at us. Look at us go.
Alright. Now I have to get you to the dispensary to see your friend.
Brother.
Whatever.
Whatever. Don't care. He does not like this. He hates this. He wish he'd just keep us in jail. Oh man. It's okay. It's okay. We could be friends. We could be cool. Like, honestly. Like, you just met us. So much art in here. Look at that's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. Islands. Some jungle. I assume part of this place. Probably also the town square. Some scrolls. Oh, nope. Okay, cannot go through that way very easily. Yep, it's a little awkward.
Come on, don't dawdle.
I'm not dawdling, I'm actually...
There you
well,
go.
Kinda.
Enjoy.
Is this a trick? No, doesn't seem like it. Okay. Thanks, boss. Ooh. Alright. Oh. Okay. Not bad. I mean, we got a bed. We got a bed, it's not just on the floor.
Steel bars on the windows. Just in case you forget that even here you're a prisoner.
Just in case. Well, Rick, brother, you're alive.
Ah, you're here.
Hey, Rick. Good to see you smiling. How are you?
Tired, but alive. Thanks to you and Marike.
What's that smell? When did wine become part of the healing process?
They asked if I wanted a little taste of the local grape. Would have been rude to say no.
Rick.
True.
Ah, enough of the lectures. Any news on Neokos?
No. She left in a fury, mad at Marike, as if she took Mother from us. We've no idea if she'll return.
It's my fault.
How?
I was there when Mahin got ill. She helped me understand. Told me about her past. Neokos didn't get that chance.
Her past?
It's a long story, but you need to know. Mother was chosen by Marike to fulfill an important quest. The Covenant.
The Covenant? You know what it is?
She didn't tell me everything, but she clearly didn't succeed. The marriage, the orphanage. She was trying to make amends.
For what?
I don't know. Not exactly. But the first time Neokos left, Mother just said, "Someday, you will understand." Then she fell ill. Gave me those medallions. Made me promise to help Neokos fulfill the Covenant, and that if she failed, I would have to take her place.
Neokos took on the Covenant? Sounds more of a curse than a holy quest.
Maybe. But Neokos has failed. And now it's our turn.
Why us? What's this even about?
I'm sure Blessed Marike, in her infinite wisdom, has her reasons. As I think did Mahin.
What's that supposed to mean?
When you were adopted, I was hurt. Surprised. Even angry. Were Neokos and I not enough? But now I think I understand. You have always been family to us, to each other. Arguing, fighting, but always together. Like today. Maybe that is why. She knew one of us was not enough.
How profound. How deep. This is interesting. So the Covenant, it's vague to everybody. And the only one who actually knows seems to be Ma. Ma, she was the only one who truly knew. Chosen, and failed way back when, and then opened the orphanage in an attempt to make up for that failure. Huh. Okay, and then Deorcus was Deorcus was then attempted and has failed, and then this would have fallen to him, but we accepted it. We accepted it. We still don't really know what it is. And it's like the will of a god, right? Like, how could we really truly know when it's so cryptic? About the mark, about Anabasia, how do we get home? About this place, about Landry. Okay. About the mark.
This mark, what is it?
The Mark of Oblivion. Mother had one for as long as I can remember. When I prepared her body for the funeral, it was gone.
Some inheritance. Deorcus has one too.
Yes. I think that happened the day before she first left. She was upset. Went to Mother. I heard raised voices crying, and then she grabbed her stuff and was gone. Now I realize the mark and the covenant had been passed on.
And now it's our turn.
Exactly.
Ah. That explains why Deorcus knows about Neokos. She must have spent the last 10 years here, trying to honor the covenant.
That's a long time trying to honor it and then still not working? So this is even a year, like several years, let alone a decade, trying to figure out what you're supposed to do. What does she want? Oh. God, that would drive me crazy. And then it doesn't really make sense yet, but Deorcus saying it was all a lie and everything. I'm very curious what that's gonna mean. But about Anabasia.
Anabasia says she spoke with you. What did she say?
Something doesn't fit about her. She's, too nice. I think she might actually be a tyrant.
She says you're her guest of honor.
That's how Galavan officials back home refer to hostages.
What do you think she wants?
She says she wishes to spread the true faith of Marai-Kay in Kayamar.
You don't believe her?
Do you?
There was a man in prison here. He said he was from the Argad Republic.
The opposition to Anabasia's authority, I suppose. An iron fist fuels rebellion.
Okay, I'm glad it didn't seem too weird to just one of us, but yeah. It almost seems sarcastic the way he was saying, I think she's a tyrant, but also, I mean, you know, a facade to mask her true self. Jeez. And this is cool. It's actually being asked by everybody depending on their role. So everybody's asking different questions. I like it. How do we get home?
How do we get back to Ferendra?
As Marai-Kay sent us, it's probably too far even for a teleportation spell. We don't even know where on Solasta Neokos is.
You mean we're stuck here forever?
Look at the upside. You didn't leave any family behind. We're all here.
Haha, very funny.
No matter. I'm certain Anabasia isn't going to let us leave Neokos anyway.
Damn, so this is cool. Like, we have absolutely no idea. I keep saying it, but it really is like we don't know where this is. We don't know anything about this place. Fascinating about this place.
Have you noticed the architecture around here?
Yes. This must have been part of the Mana-Kalen Empire.
But not the new empire. I haven't seen any slaves.
The cataclysm struck here too, just not quite as hard.
What about Anabasia?
She's been the ruler for a long time, even for an elf. She's let me use her library. I'll find out what I can about the place, the people, the forces at play. And you? What does she tell you?
We can explore, but we're definitely on a leash.
Perhaps you can find Neokos.
We will. If we hear anything, we'll come back to tell you.
Thank you.
About Landry. Oh, Landry.
Did you see what happened to Landry?
I did. I'm sorry. He didn't make it.
It's so unfair.
One of these monsters killed him. It wasn't the will of Mareike.
We'll find out who or what they are.
Right, because that's such... That's the other thing, is like they were on her side. They were on Deorcus' side, so it literally is not... They weren't from Mareike, and they were defending her while she did the ritual. So, I wonder that's why she was out there. She's like, I'll join you. I'll join you soon, because those creatures were walking around. We noticed them before the ritual even happened. Before she was trying to resurrect Ma. So this has been something that she's been thinking about. We should go.
It's time to go.
Yes. Explore the city, listen to everyone. Learn all you can, and find Deorcus. Only she knows what the Covenant really is.
You going to be alright?
Of course.
You behave, and leave that bottle alone, okay?
Get out of here.
Get out of here, you silly billies. What are you doing? Come on. Oh. How cool. Look at that. A lot of updates. I like the update in here, too. That's kind of cool. So you don't got to just go to the quest every single time to see the update. You see it right here. I told you that Mahin was chosen by Mareike herself to fulfill an important quest. But he doesn't really know much more. And then, Ricard is safe for now. He told you Anabasia's guards saved him, that he was brought to the dispensary to fully recover. The downside is kind of a prisoner here, so you convince Anabasia that you're trustworthy. Okay, so he's Ricard, he's in a way worse spot than we were. Right, she didn't do like a full heal when she brought him back. It was like just enough. Just enough.
Wow, these beds are much nicer than the ones in the cells.
Can't argue with that.
I was gonna say, hey, this is better than nothing. This is better than what we were gonna have. Hello. Is that a saw? Alright, I mean, I guess if you gotta do the stuff you gotta do. Ooh, who are you?
O wise owl, as your witness, hear my prayer. Justice will be served when Ricard is free to go.
Absolutely. So I wondered if you...
O wise owl, as your witness, hear my prayer.
Justice will be served when Ricard is free to go.
That's cool. Very neat. Okay, so basically we get to go find out what happened to Deorcus, which is kind of like the big thing, and then find information about the Covenant, which is also the big thing. Map-wise. Ooh. How cool. So they're still hanging out there. And Abazi isn't here. Ooh, some more books. Gotta get those. Praetorian Guards. How big is this? Very cool. So we can actually go all the way back. All the way back. If we wanted to. You know, we got all these traps, enemies. Traps are marked on the map too. Factions. This is the other thing that's kind of cool. Is like we kept getting the faction relationship updates. So the Beacon, which are these guys, Argad, which we don't know anything about yet other than the fact that they are the opposition to Beacon, right? Neokos as a whole, Caldwell, our family. Oh, cool. Okay, so there's actually like full-on Everything. Wow, descriptions. Your adopted brother, your adopted sister. Leader of the Beacon, the guiding light of Kair Mar. Kair Mar's Lieutenant Protector. Estoril Silverstar. Ethindil Steelmind, the head of security and intelligence of the Beacon. How cool. Okay, we're gonna pick this up on another episode. Probably, almost actually guaranteed, because I do kind of want to poke around more with this. I know this first one was like a chunk of this was literally character creation, as it always is, and then a lot of reading, a lot of setup for either old references to the first game, right, with a lot of the history, but then also, you know, new stuff. And it's really neat. I don't have any weapons. We have nothing at all. But so far, I will say there's potential. There's a lot of good potential. I think it's probably I'm gonna wait till we get probably a good distance more either into the early access or as they develop early access more before being like too critical on anything. And it's not to be like, oh, you shouldn't say anything. It's more like this is so new that they are actively reacting to everything. So I don't want to say like, oh, this, that, and the other thing. And then like tomorrow there's an update that fixes all of that. And then it's immediately like, oh, well, never mind. For the sake of like initial impressions, right? Like we don't have to get too critical, but actually it feels good. It feels good so far. Like it feels solid. It feels good. There's a lot of it's comfortable to play. It doesn't feel like I'm kind of like grasping at straws, like where's this? What does this do? How does this work? Right? The amount of tutorials are nice. The fact that they're clickable when they're relevant, and it's not just like this massive like text dump of information. And it's like intuitive. It's intuitive if you know D&D, but if you don't know, it all seems pretty well laid out to where it's not too confusing, right? Sound wise, I feel like they might have to bump up some of the voices, right? Like specifically our friend over here. Now, obviously, as a fan of Ben Starr, like most of us are, incredible voice acting. Like in this game in general, like not just for like him and Diorcus, who is I'm pretty sure that's Devra Wild. I would know Devra Wild anywhere. We've been playing like what almost 6 months of Baldur's Gate 3. I know Devra. But the voice acting is great. Like our team, great voice acting. Really cool. Obviously, like, matching up with the mouths and everything, that's all in time. And like the animations, they'll I imagine that'll be cleaned up. But as far as like the quality of the voice acting, it's really good. It's really good. I just feel like Ben Starr was a little bit quiet. That's for sure. And like also we don't have all the mechanics in the game. Like specifically, like crafting isn't even here. Crafting's still gone. Or it's not in yet. So there's a ton of potentially a lot more to that. Is it just going to be like ingredient crafting? Are we going to be able to craft items? Are we going to be able to craft like equipment, stuff like that? Or is it just going to be, like potions and stuff like that? But if it is just potions, elixirs, stuff like that, then also just great, right? So I'm curious how things going forward are going to feel without that in play. Because if you feel like, because what is it? I'm not comparing Baldur's Gate 3 to this, because it's going to be really easy to do, and I don't think that's very fair. I don't think that's very fair to compare them in especially, this just came out in early access, it's very different. But there was a certain point in Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm not going to spoil anything, don't worry, but I just felt like kind of crafting didn't really need to happen anymore. As much as I loved it early on. I was trying to craft everything, but just the supplies out in the world just got more and more sparse, and it became less important I mean, it felt like it became less important to craft in general when you just had the money to buy everything, so it didn't really matter. And it's kind of unfortunate because I like the crafting system and being able to like make your own stuff. And so I wonder and I hope that we get to see this in the future soon, but whenever it's ready, that they deem that it's going to be okay. Because I would love for it to be relevant through the entire game and not just kind of you get so strong and so rich to the point where it's like, oh, you don't need to make a potion out of weeds anymore. You know, you just buy that. I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see. And it doesn't seem too difficult right now. I mean, obviously we did like what, 2 combats? We did 3 combats and more to come, obviously. But so far the combat maneuverability, like moving in combat, really clear where you can go. Right? I like the very grid-based layout instead of more of like the free form. For this combat specifically, I think it works. Right? Because you know exactly where you're gonna stop, exactly like square to square. You know each square is like a 5-foot range standard, right? So you know the reach of everything. Line of sight plays a factor, and the stealth mechanic I think is cool, right? I'm iffy about the way it described finding like hidden items by using cautious mode. That's the only thing, is like creatures and hidden objects, I think is gonna make it tricky, because then it's gonna I worry that it's gonna make it feel like you have to use cautious mode all the time. Like if you go through an area and you clear out the enemies, then you feel the need to go back through that same area in cautious mode just to see if there's any hidden items or secrets that you didn't see before. And I know, like, mechanically it'd be like, oh, you know, caution into a new area, kind of walk through, you'll discover things and enemies and everything. But in theory and in practice is gonna be different. Now, would I use it that way? Likely not. But people who want to be like very thorough and, you know, really check out an area, doubling through in cautious mode, or just basically making every area cautious mode by default, like new zone, immediately cautious mode, go through the whole thing. And thematically, you could probably say that's probably what you should do, because it's a new area, you don't know anything, don't just run out into the open. But you know, that's just like a thought, it's an idea, you know. Now, everything else wise, it feels like it's got a lot of potential, and I look forward to keeping up on this, and definitely want to also check out the multiplayer thing when that's live. I think that'll be kind of neat. I think that'll be pretty cool to check out. I do like the switching weapons is a free action. Like they're not being too stiff on that one. And then inventory doesn't seem too bad, because you can see the weight, and your max number is down here as well. So you got a couple ways to keep track of your carrying capacity. But I do wonder, with the size of these, how cluttered this could get. But again, a lot of this is semantics. It's early on, so I don't want to go be like, oh, what about this thing and that thing and these and those, because they could already be thinking about it. But as far as like the feel, it feels pretty good. It literally just came out like a few days ago. And what is it? I'll put on the screen either here at the end, like their roadmap, and it's pretty cool. There's hope. So if you're all thinking like, you know, it's gonna be like this for, you know, 6 years, you know, we don't know. It's probably gonna be a bit, but we want it to do what they need to do. Right? We want the team to be able to actually make this the way that they're trying to make it. And you know, they're actively listening to feedback, which is, I know everybody, a lot of companies say that, like, oh, we're listening to your feedback, we're going to adjust, but it seems like they genuinely care and are actively listening. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And I think we're in for something cool, something different, something special. But you know, there's obviously some work to be done in a lot of areas, like some of the lighting on like the character faces, definitely during a lot of the cutscenes. Like the lighting itself looks good. Some of it's very bright, and maybe that's just the way it is. Maybe that's just the way it goes. Right? Some of the animations, you know, they'll be cleaned up, hopefully. I imagine. I imagine they have a plan. They have a plan, but so far, it's really interesting. I think the hardest part for me is just going to be learning the terminology, the names, and the relationships between the faction, the characters, and like what everything represents, and the gods, and all that. Combat feels the most natural. Combat feels very natural. I like it so far. I do like this interface, this like very simple action bar. Right, because it kind of keeps everything. You don't have to worry about like, oh, we got a new spell. I got to put it on the bar so that I remember that I do have it, and then so like that. Maybe there'd be a way to scale the size of it. Because I mean, like if we get like up to level like 5 spells, just as an example, I don't even know if they're gonna go beyond that. But it could take up like a good chunk of this screen, just opening a bunch of these. And I could see that getting in the way of combat. Right, the fact that it would block, like right now if we were to open it, right, it would block probably some of our characters. And so we'd have to like move the camera, probably zoom out, do this number. But again, maybe they'll change it, maybe they won't, but we'll see. Either way, this is a good start, good look at the early access on everything. Look through the character creator a good bit. And then got a good bit into the game. Now we're landed in Neokos. And next episode, we're going to dive into even more. And we're going to read all those books we picked up. And other things. So let me know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on the first impression? This first start, right? Where are you at? But with both like the early access, but then also like the story, the plot, the concept. Right? Also character creation. And more classes, more races, more everything is going to be added in the future. So this is just like what they have right now. And again, to further emphasize, early access. So, all time. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think. See you guys in the next video. Whatever that ends up being. Bye-bye.